the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
Where all my scamming ass fellas at? Spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going at Goyard bag, boosting ladies where y'all at? Stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, going at Goyard bag, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Woo!
My man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. We're playing niggas, come suck a bitch toes. Pound town, just left pound town. Put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. We're playing niggas.
My man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. We're playing niggas, come suck a bitch.
Just to let you niggas know, we don't need y'all. We want y'all, but we don't need you.
20 years later.
Our black men, we want all y'all back. Because we love you, we see you, kings. And most importantly, we need you. And most importantly, we need you.
And most importantly, we need you.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
On the total initiative relative to what we can do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
Couple of balls soon, we gonna hook you up. We gonna make sure you get that vaccine fund. Yeah. You got a couple of kids, you don't have no job. Yeah. Don't worry about that little girl, that's not job. Yeah. Come in by your Texas. I'm asked, what the what? What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. And that's on who? Manhattan the Lamb. Okay? Okay.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
No, it's nothing to take care of you because I've been in long-term relationships where I was taking care of a man and the man, you build a man up just for him to really tear you down. What? Like, I don't really care what a man could bring to the table. Like, but don't be broke thinking you about to come use me for my Amazon money.
Girl, what the f?
We like free stuff. So we came out here to get all this free stuff. But then the car saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
It is difficult. You don't go blind because you married. I see titties and booties every day. I see titties and booties every day.
I see titties and booties every day.
I see titties and booties every day. Brothers, y'all gonna leave me out here? I need the men to stand up and say amen. If you ain't said that, oh sir.
Let the church say amen.
Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and every day. Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. Wait, the wing makes go.
What kind of shit is that?
Booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, titties and titties and titties and every day. Booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and every day. Titties and booties, 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 titties and booties. I need the men to stand up and say amen. Brothers, y'all gonna leave me out here? Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and every day, titties and booties.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me now? And it's not coming through this microphone. Hold on, let me do this so I can see. Testing, testing. All right, well, you can hear that, but can you hear me? Because that's coming through my computer, which is not what I want. Can you at least confirm that you hear me now through that? Is it clear? Because it seems like it would be far away. Let me change the microphone, though. This is so stupid. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, so the damn thing is not working all over the place. So if you can't hear me, then I'm assuming you can't hear that either. I mean, I know you can hear me now because I changed it to my computer. That I would just damn thing in my face. Just confirm that you can hear me. Testing, 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 testing. Can you hear the horns? I'm assuming not. This is so damn frustrating because this thing isn't now. It's not showing anything. I got the fucking condenser mic on. I don't know what the hell's going on. Nothing is easy. Testing, testing. That's not it. All right. So change the mic. Would that make a difference? Nope. 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 All right. All right. Honestly, I just restarted the computer, so that shouldn't be it. It's this Rodecaster thing, the sound machine, that's messing it up because the microphone is plugged into it. This ain't acting right. I don't know why it's working one day and not the other. I'm just going to unplug it again. I'm not buying another one. I refuse. No, that's not even the right thing to pull out. Pause. All right. It's unplugged. We'll see if something happens later. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. TGIF. Let me see if anybody has reached out to me from work. Hold on. Because I'm... All right. I just signed off. All right. Nothing. All right. Anyway, so moving on, we'll get through it. It's my computer that's picking me up as opposed to the microphone. So hopefully it's all good in the hood. I appreciate your patience. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Yo, they cost me almost $800. I'm not throwing this away. I got on to I'm going to call tech support and see what they can tell me at some point to figure this out. I do need a new microphone. I definitely you know what? Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. I just unplugged this damn thing. I might have figured out what the problem is. Let's see what happens. Let me turn it back on. We'll see. Anyway, in the meantime, in between time, shout out to Izzy Bands. We got to talk. As you may or may not know, the Wamsleys are making their rounds again, trying to figure out what happened to their son. Goodbye, Kay. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Anyway, giving me a hard time. Oh, hold on. Let's see if it's working. Something is on here. Moving around. Booty starts shaking and moving all around. Let's see. Hold on. Testing. Do you still hear me? I know this is annoying. Can you hear that? Testing. Shut up, anger man. Anyway, we have to go through this testing. Can you hear me? Okay. Then that's all on me. All right, I figured it out. All right, thank you so much. We got to see what's going on. I know a lot of y'all, the regulars, now it's in and out. Pause. What the hell? I need a new microphone. Now it's in and out. Girl, what? I don't even know what the tea is because I just said I'm absolving myself until I have to because I'm so sick of this stupid story. I'm so over it. But we're going to talk about it for sure, okay? Look at Kiana giving us the tea, y'all. But we about to find out. There's so many people talking about so much stuff, right? About this NABJ, the National Association of Black Journalists. Now, I don't know when the Wamsleys became journalists. Maybe y'all can let me know, okay? But you do remember how they had Trump on there? Shout out to JP that resent me that video. Remember when Trump went to the NABJ? And they were just so rude to him. And he was just like, I've never been around so many rude people. Do y'all remember that? And Roland was in the crowd afterwards talking about, they should have let me do it. They should have let me do it. Nigga, shut up. They didn't. Remember they had a dude that had the biggest afro and he had his 1970s outfit on who was up there. I think he's on CNN or MSN now. Remember when Trump said it took you 35 minutes to get your ish together, which is code for CPT time. But, you know, if he says it is racist, even though it was actually true, they were late AF. Child, a whole ass shit show. So now this year, they want to bring on the Wamsleys, who are not journalists. They not journalists. What they doing there? Are they running for something? Are they trying to get a political career? Because, child, at this point, nothing surprises me. At this point, nothing surprises me. So this is a clown show, which is why I have the thumbnail that I do, because it has turned into a clown-ass show. Now, the pros are not going to be happy today. I guarantee you they will not be happy. So mods, please mod your asses up. They will be here. Everyone can be here. We do not discriminate. Well, I do discriminate. I stereotype. However, it doesn't matter. Just follow what the mods say and act like you got some damn sense. We only like normal people around here. All right. So let me take you here first, though, y'all, because as I always say, I be knowing. All right. So shout out to Baller Alert. Is it Baller Alert? Thank you, Chris Cross, for the silver star. If I didn't mention it, I apologize. Baller Alert is reporting an hour ago that Darius Cooks faces backlash after claiming his students can't read or write. Former teacher says he's lying. Well, I be damned. Now, who said that this was going to happen? Oh, yeah, me. Okay, because I be knowing. Because you colors are so predictable, child. See, this is what happened, y'all. And I know the regulars know, but for those that might be new, shout out to all the new subscribers. This is how this goes, okay? Whenever anyone says anything about black people that's not black, it's racist. When anybody ever says anything about black people and they're black, that means they're a coon. So what that boils down to is blacks cannot be corrected with regard to anything. Shall I repeat that? If anybody that's not black says anything about blacks, they're racist. If anybody that's black says something about blacks, even though they're black, then that means they're a coon. Because black people don't want to be corrected. They can't be corrected. They have no accountability, and they'll make every excuse out of their ass in order to say that they don't do anything wrong. Now, people who cannot take accountability and don't know that they're doing something wrong and cannot take correction and are not open to potential and possibly changing are the people that are always losing. Black people as a whole, and I am included, I'm not in particularly, but I'm included because I'm black, typically end up at the bottom of shit when you don't want to change, you don't want to follow directions, you don't want to be normal, I shall call it, because when you're normal, you're considered to be white. You're acting white. You're a white supremacist. You're aligning with white supremacist policies. Now, when they go to them white jobs and take that green money, they're not white supremacists. Only the rest of us are. If we do something normal, like get married, that's probably acting like white people. And that's not acceptable in the community either, because being a single baby mom is acceptable. Being an ABCD is acceptable. Being an ABCD with yellow hair, with a beard, saying that they want to F kids or kids want to F them, that's acceptable. If you hear Sexy Red or anyone else or Spin That, which, child, the versions I got, I like them catchy tunes, child. I like them, okay? When you say something against that, there's something wrong with you. You old. Child, it's always an excuse. It's always an excuse. And then when we are listed at the bottom of things or the top of stupid ass shit, then they say that's racist, even though the odds are it's probably true, because black people enough don't like to follow directions, listen to anyone, and think that they know everything and show and prove many a times that that's not the case. Shout out to my recent videos, right? There's always a place where it's going to be a black man's fault. Shout out to you sassy straights, but I'm talking to the black ones right now. Y'all already know you ain't shit, you ain't never been shit, and you ain't never gonna be shit, okay? So if you dare come out here like this man right here, I don't care that he used to be a chef, I don't care that he used to own a restaurant, clearly he must be teaching now, and that's all that matters, unless we not act like we don't already know that there's a problem in the system with regard to education and black children. We can act like it's not true. We can sit here today and blame this man for some shit that we already knew, because last year that dude, QB the Don, if I'm not mistaken, came out and said the same thing. But because he's ABCD, no one had a problem. And you know who the ones are that always have the problem with these things? Let me show y'all real quick.
No, black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
Yes, black women, specifically the 92%, know everything and don't know shit, okay? Fucking this shit up all the way around. Now, how this has gotten to be this way? Oh, yeah, Democrats, because all this stuff is political, not him. The stuff with Nolan Wells at this point is definitely all political. And I got a post from Rolly this morning. Let me rephrase. I saw a post from Rolly this morning on IG and saw his foolishness where basically I said, oh, so the scare tactics begin. And some black woman had the nerve to say, then why are you here? And I said, because I can be where the fuck I want to be, bitch. Now, Instagram probably said, you can't do that, girl. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because Instagram loves to censor. I think Instagram might censor worse than damn YouTube, okay? Do you really want to make that comment? If I didn't want to make it, I wouldn't have wrote it, okay? Because fuck her. She don't tell me what to do. Y'all don't tell me what to do. Y'all love thinking that you run somebody. Did Ryan Coogler change that Wakanda man yet? Child, what is his name? T'Challa, I think. Did he change that yet? Shout out to Switchblade up in here. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the like button for me. Hit the dislike button for me. Subscribe if you are normal. Other than that, you can keep on moving. Don't stop. No, but let's talk about this man right here. All right. Darius Cooks faces backlash after claiming his students can't read or write. Former teacher says he's lying. Baller Alert writes, content creator Darius Cooks, real name Darius Williams, is facing serious backlash after a viral video from his second day teaching high school English went viral. Remember the child here in Philly who went around to his friends with a sentence or two and they couldn't, his own peers basically couldn't read and they couldn't comprehend? I guess we just didn't see all that. Remember when he did that and they tried to get him in trouble? Your kid's as dumb as a box of rocks, but y'all don't want to acknowledge it. As long as they got some nice shoes on, some new sneakers and some clothes, that's going to make them look like they got something, when all in reality, y'all ain't got shit. Those people that are doing those things ain't got shit. You know your kids is dumb. That's why they out here doing teen takeovers, and you ain't parenting them. Let's not forget that part, okay? Your kids is dumb. They're smart in the way to do shit wrong, but they learning that from y'all because that's what y'all are teaching them. No accountability, do whatever you want, participation trophy. We ain't never wrong. Everybody else is wrong, and you stand on your square, which is how a heifer can see her son on video slam a girl down to the ground and say, not my babe. Let me let this mess play, child.
So I am on my lunch break. It is, I don't know, 11:30 or something like that. And I just finished a 3-hour class. We have what's called block, and block is where first and second periods are combined for subjects that need it. And so, I literally broke down in the middle of class because I'm teaching seniors. These kids are leaving high school and going to college, hopefully.
I was about to say, child, they ain't going to college. They ain't going to college. They don't, unless they going to, no shade against community college. Maybe they can get into community college, but child, you can't read, you can't write. So how you passing the SATs? Or are they going to, what is it, ICDC? What is that school called? Everybody made up IDCT. What is it called?
After they finish,
I thought it was
I gave them the sentence stems. I basically completed the sentence for them in the model.
Y'all's kids is dumb.
These are 17 and 18-year-old kids, and they couldn't fill in 4 words.
I believe
4 words.
I believe it.
I gave them the scenario. We annotated, and I have seniors who simply cannot read.
Fuck them.
And seniors who cannot write.
Fuck them.
They cannot write. They can reason. They have the ability to defend their reasoning if it's talking to their homeboy, but applying that to a written text, 2 paragraphs, and they couldn't do it.
I'm sorry. Is anyone surprised, Bueller? Is anyone surprised? Bueller. Shout out to Chris Cross for the happy poop. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Our young black men, our young brown men, our young black girls, and our young brown girls. Oh, God. And I have seen. What's up, people? Hope everybody's doing extremely well. All right.
Well, it looked like he got himself together. Shout out to Philly boy. Philly in the building. Thank you for the poop, boo.
This will be my first and last time addressing this. All right. First and last time. I guarantee you won't hear anything else come out of my mouth. Now, a lot of people have been saying things like, we see Darius Cooks as a teacher. A lot of people have been saying, what makes Darius Cooks qualified to be a teacher?
You do know that you can be a substitute teacher and you really don't have to have a teacher certification. So that is a thing. I don't know. Now, I don't know if it's in all states, but basically substitute teachers usually babysit back in the day anyway. So our friends who had graduated high school came back and were substitute teachers back in the day. I don't know if that happened to some of y'all, but I don't know that, that there's any criteria to be a substitute teacher. So anyway. I mean, people can try to talk about, he's a scammer. I don't know where that comes from. They can talk about he used to be whatever it is that he used to be, whatever. If y'all want to believe that these dumbass kids are the new scientists, believe it then. Believe it then. Because what's going to happen is when black kids are left behind, they'll just say it's racism. They'll just say it's racism. Just like when the kid slams the girl, it's not his fault. When you see them out on team takeovers, they need another program. If you subscribe to those excuses, then you're probably the one that says that he's crazy and he don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And just because he just started as a substitute teacher don't mean that you can't see when a kid is dumb. I know when a kid is dumb. Most of them are dumb. Just like I stereotype. When I see you coming with that weird ass hair, I'm going the opposite direction. I don't care. That weird ass hair, you look like you string people up in the backyard. I'm going the opposite way. I discriminate against everyone. I stereotype everyone. I don't care. I don't care. If the women that you see, and yes, I'm blaming you biatches because y'all the ones that be talking too much.
No, black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
So in one breath, it's, people gonna act like black kids are at the top of the list. They're going to act like they're at the top of the list right here. Yeah, there's a couple, of course. But so a couple is acceptable as opposed to the majority. Are we going to deal with minorities? Not minorities. Are we going to deal in the minority or in the majority? Child, it don't matter to me. But if y'all are okay with being in the minority and then blaming it on white people, when you know GD well your kids are dumb, you know damn well your kids can't read nor write. But then again, if you can't read nor write, then I guess maybe you don't know. Then why y'all keep having kids? The most degenerate of things are defended. And then when someone talks about it, like I said, I'm black, so that makes me a white supremacist. If a white person or anyone else says something, then they're racist because it's an excuse to not accept or take accountability for your failures. That's what it is at the end of the day. Is that what it is every single time? No, jackasses, but enough of the time that's what it is. And most of the people that are telling you that it's racism are people that got a lot of money, and you staying where you are will continue to get them more money. Shout out to Trayon. If you don't know, that's a you problem. You ain't been here. You just got here. I don't know why the truth hurts so badly, but this is a problem running rampant in said community, which is why all this, it's racist and racism or obic or whatever the hell you want to call it, is why that's being overused so damn much. It is an excuse to be mediocre. So if you want to be low vibrational and you want to be down here to the fucking floor, be there. Be there. I don't care. I don't care. But don't get mad when them TV shows, of which you never seem, not the TV shows, the news broadcasts, which y'all never seem to have a problem with the news broadcasts that show your dysfunction. You never have no problem with them. You continue to go on to their shows, but you have a problem with me talking about the shit that you put out here. If y'all could shut the fuck up and pay attention to what really matters and focus on the shit that you need to focus on, including yourselves, and understanding what words mean and know how to comprehend, then things may change, right? All this interest and fervor that enough of y'all are putting into Nolan and Carmelo, and there's nothing against either one of them, but you don't put half as much energy into your relationships with men, with women, with family. Nothing. You put the interest in the low vibrational men. I feel like that's a part of the culture. Let me say the culture. Okay? Is to deal with the most low vibrational. That's why there's no there's not none. There's not enough outrage for Saucy Santana. Not nearly enough as it should be. Y'all have more energy for Nicki Minaj than you have for Saucy Santana. And honestly, I can say Sydney Starr. Y'all love ABCDs so much, and the ABCDs don't give a fuck about y'all. Because when do they come out here cutting for y'all? Never. When? Never. Just like in this case with daggone Nolan. Where the Asians at? Nowhere to be found. It's only black people that continue to do the same things over and over again, expecting a different result, then get mad when shit stays the same and want to blame white people. But child, what do I know? Shout out to Wayne Lundy in the building, member for 44 months. Shout out to you, boo. Thank you so much for being a member. Shout out to all the channel members. I see you. I appreciate you. He said, started from the bottom, now we're here. If my math serves me right, that's 7 years and 4 days. No child left behind math. No child left behind, one of the worst things ever. All the different things that are being put into school. So if these people think that it's more important to have drag shows in school than to have your kids know how to spell, read, and write, child, ain't my kids, and it will not be my grandkids. I will send them to a private school first before any of that shit ever happens. I promise you that. I'll do it. Shout out to Wayne 420. Thank you, boo. He said, for all the great shows and honest reviews, subscribe if you are normal. Thank you so much, hon. I see you. I appreciate you. Let's hear what this man has to say.
I kind of don't tell all my business on the internet anymore, so I know a lot of you guys are not aware. Let me break it down for you. I graduated with a
Milton, your mom,
second bachelor's degree from Berklee College of Music this past summer. As a matter of fact, it was in April is when I graduated. I posted it. You said I lied about it. That's fine. I've also since enrolled. What's up, people? Hope everybody's doing in American college education. I'm currently working on a master's degree in education.
Well, all the women should be happy. There's a black man that's going to college. Shout out to him. Oh, that don't count? Oh, it don't matter because it's him? Okay, my bad.
Studying for curriculum and instruction. I am currently in my third term at the school, and I am currently 1B and 2 A's in.
Okay.
Also,
so that's a flex on y'all's dumbass kids. That's what that means. He's smarter than your kids. Remember that show, Are You Smarter Than an 8th Grader or something like that? Remember that show, y'all? He said, I'm smarter than all your dumbass kids.
Quietly over the summer, I did all of the coursework and passed my content exam to become a certified teacher in the state of Texas by the Texas Education
All right, he in Texas. Shout out to Texas. All right.
Agency. There's 3 parts to being certified. The first is coursework. Finished it months ago. The second is content exam. Passed it months ago. The third piece, getting my field hours. Couldn't get them until school started. I'll have it done. Should be certified in a couple of weeks. I'll show you the certificate when it comes. Also, because of my content area, I also must be ServSafe certified. So I've also reapplied, retested, and I am now a certified in American College of Education ServSafe manager as well. So I have all of my certifications lined up. Also, I know a lot of you said, oh, he has a felony. He has a background. I told you I didn't. You believed whoever said I did. You gotta.
Well, Reaper's in Texas. He said you only get 3 tries to become a teacher in Texas. Can you have a felony and be teaching? I guess that would be my question, since people think this man has a felony. I don't know who this man is. He's just the man that came on here and was crying because your kids is dumb. And y'all would rather attack him than to recognize that we already knew that your kids was dumb. Shout out to Generation Z, the lazy generation. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess that kind of resolves that. Reaper, our resident Texan here.
I passed a state and a federal background check and fingerprints. Mine came back clean. I told you I had never been in trouble. You believed whoever said whatever they said. Now you can see I was right. Okay. So for those of you who may have an issue or a problem with me teaching young adults, take the charge. You do it. You get certified. You walk into these high schools. You get a classroom. You stand in front of 22 kids each period, and let me see how well you do.
I'm not going to do it. Fuck them kids. Never, ever, ever, ever have I wanted to be in front of a bunch of crumb snatchers. Ever, never, no way. Fuck them kids. Be dumb. I don't care.
I love you. I'll see you in a little bit. We cooking live tonight. Take care. ServSafe.
The actual teacher of those actual students in that now viral video by Darius Williams, also known as Darius Cooks.
Look who it is, y'all. Look who it is. It's a black woman coming down to take y'all's asses down right again.
Black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
I be knowing, y'all. I be knowing. The sisters, you know, the ones that love Carmelo so much and love Nolan so much. And we got to fight. 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 This racism, this racism, this racism. They care so much about them. Let's give them all the money. We care so much. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. Oh, yeah. When you're alive, fuck you. That's what they say.
Sometimes known as Darius Crooks, the actual teacher had something to say and got in his comments to take issue with the fact.
Now, who do you think is speaking right now?
That he was saying her kids, because you know our students will always be our kids even when they leave us. Her kids can't read and write. She's a teacher at that school. She's at another school this year, but she taught them for 2 years. She taught English 1 and 2. She said they're some of the most amazing students. They can read, they can write. They're AP scholars and they're dual enrollment students.
Of course, that's what she's going to say, because she doesn't want to be made to look bad now that she's not there. She's over here. So it would definitely reflect on her. So she's basically telling on herself, because then none of us knew none of this. Then I didn't care about it. Maybe some of y'all did. I don't know. But she's saving face because she looks a mess. Okay? But believe who you want.
This is Tracy Wade Toussaint, down in Houston, HISD, used to teach at the school that Darius is at now. And this is what she had to say. The students you are referring to were taught by me for 2 years.
Oh, yes. Coming in to save herself, of which no one would have known. But you know they can't shut the entire... Remember, we're just going to shut the fuck up. Ain't shut the fuck up since they said they was going to shut the fuck up.
English 1 and 2. As current seniors, they are some of the strongest readers and writers. Wheatley has seen in a long time. I take great offense at the implication that they can't read or write. The actual teacher of those actual students and that now... These students have completed AP seminar as sophomores, again, taught by me, have written college level papers, graded by me, have enrolled in HCC for English classes as juniors. How dare you post a video on the second day of school with these accusations of illiteracy? I will say that the students at Wheatley will work for those who believe in them, hold them accountable, push them out of their comfort zones, and love them. Perhaps Wheatley High School is not the place for
Child and love them. Child and love them. That's where half of the problem be starting too. You ain't there to love them, child. You're there to teach them. That's it. That's all. Teach them, send their asses home. And I love them. Child, nobody cares.
Or you, but don't you dare insinuate that my kids can't read or write. I've been in.
What are we hearing right now, y'all? What are we hearing right now? I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. Shout out to News 6. Now, you know it's bad if he gonna believe Ben Crump before he believe this lady.
Educated for 26 years, and some of my proudest moments have come from watching my kids excel. So he got on this internet.
My kids, they're not your kids, ma'am. My kids, they're not your kids, ma'am.
On the second day of school crying and lying. I guess.
Oh, I thought y'all wanted men to show their emotions more. I thought y'all wanted men to open up. Oh, when they open up and it makes us look bad. And again, no one would have known nothing about her. She decided to out herself because ain't no way you gonna talk about us and we not gonna tell you. Ciao.
His next step was to do what? Create a GoFundMe?
I know she just didn't say create a GoFundMe when all these bitches do is create GoFundMes. I know you lying right now. Create a GoFundMe for what? For dumbass kids? Girl. No, that's what y'all MO is to create a GoFundMe and to not do what you're supposed to do in advance of and waste your time trying to get the rest of the damn world to give you something. Y'all, how many times I done said it? I ain't giving another fucking dime to nobody. They're all full of shit. You had them kids, you take care of them. They going back to school. You know, school starts the same time every year. Save your damn money. You know when Christmas is. It's the same date every year. You take care of them. Thanksgiving, same day every year. You feed them. Easter, same day every year. You deal with them. They birthdays, same date every year. Grow the hell up. If you can't take care of your fucking kids, don't have kids. I'm tired of the sob stories. I don't give a damn for those that might really need the damn money. Blame those motherfuckers that sit around and are lazy AF and think that it's the rest of the world's responsibility to take care of your fucked up kids. It will not be me any longer. It is what it is. So count on some other black girl, because it ain't me. Shout out to Kofi. I appreciate you. He said if a large percentage of adult Americans are functionally illiterate, what do we think these kids are going to be? What if the village is ret? Enough of the village is ret. Enough of the community, the culture, let me say the culture is ret. The things that they fight for and the things that they say are a problem do not make any sense. But then turn around talking about what we all got to do. What we all got to do is what we need to do in order to survive. So if y'all want to be doing some fucked up shit, I'm going to let y'all go ahead and do that while I'm over here doing shit that makes sense. We all living in the same GD economy. We all living in the same GD economy. You're not affected any more than the rest of us are. You may have less money. We're all fucking affected at the end of the day. The answer is not to ask those with money to give you money. The answer is to get your fucking ass out there and do what the hell you got to do in order to get more and stop having more kids. Because child, man, none of y'all stop having kids. I don't care what they say about the damn birth rate. They don't care about the birth rate with regard to black people. They only care about the birth rate with regard to white people. You think people care if black people allegedly aren't having kids? Child, well, y'all certainly do seem to be showing pregnant all the time, because if you weren't, then Brandon Jamal wouldn't have the damn career that he does. Say I'm lying. Or maybe y'all just need to shut the hell up and get off the damn internet. But what the hell do I know? Come on, child. Finish up with your bullshit.
So he could get money from all y'all to help the struggling kids who can't read and write, knowing good and well that teachers use donors, choose, or Amazon wish lists to get things they need to help the kids in the classroom.
That sound like y'all ain't got no money. I ain't never. Now, mind you, when I was in school, of course, there was no Amazon. But when my children were in school, When my children were in school, they wasn't asking for no wish list. They wasn't no Amazon list. It was, here's the list. Bring the shit. That's it. That's all. Y'all started carrying on about the damn list. Remember that year when they kept making videos about, I'm not getting the rest of them nothing. Yeah, selfish bitches. I'm not doing that. I'm just doing it for my own kid. I thought y'all believed in community. I thought y'all wanted community. Oh, I thought y'all wanted a village. Only when it suits you. I told y'all, most of these bitches are selfish. Y'all already know. They just want to take. They never give anything back except they ass to kiss, specifically to you gentlemen, all the damn time. If it ain't you, shut the fuck up. But if you talking shit, then it's you.
No, Black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
Yeah, that's who you allowed to lead. That's where the damn culture is, where it is. Trash.
These students have completed AP seminar. Wow. Well. Wow. Well.
So again, because I be knowing, I knew this was going to come. I didn't realize it would be coming from this previous teacher who wants to let y'all know not to blame her because she don't do nothing wrong. She do everything right. You not going to tell her. Again, nobody even knew that she existed, but because she feeling some kind of way, because she probably is a failure, she wanted to come out here and try to get ahead of it. So now you get the backlash. You get the backlash to this man. I don't give a fuck what he used to do. Like Reaper said, he couldn't be teaching in the state of Texas if he had a felony. So y'all can take that where? Back there. If he is a felon, just say that he is. It don't change the fact that we already know that this mess is true. We already know that this mess is true. And every time something shows and proves that there's a problem with comprehension, math, reading, and all of those things that we need in order to be successful in life, the community poo-poos it away. Poo-poos it away like it ain't nothing. So guess what? Before I go on, probably because they think it's being white. If you know how to speak properly, if you know how to spell properly, if you know how to enunciate properly, if you know how to make sentences properly, you don't speak Ebonics, that's considered being white. And that's that trash ass shit that keeps people where they are whilst wanting to blame racism. No, you are the actual problem. So y'all got that. Y'all got that. Okay? Because then your fucked up kids will continue to be out here doing wrong shit, and y'all gonna be sitting up there saying, what happened? What happened? When it's clear and evident. Don't nothing change. It's the same shit over and over and over again. That note, let's go over to Ty Rivera. I think that's how you say his name. He says, Nolan Wells' mother quietly raises the goal, of which we already knew, fails to turn over the phone, which we already knew. And he says, who I suspect, which I'm pretty sure we know that too. But let's hear it.
Hi, Boo Bears.
Hey, Boo Bears.
Well, after meeting its goal of $850,000, Christine Wansley has quietly raised her GoFundMe to $950,000. And a lot of us still don't know what she needs this money for. And she still, by her own lawyer's admission, has not turned in Nolan's phone that supposedly things have been erased from. And I know some people are going to say, but that letter says that they're willing to turn in the phone. But what we're saying is that she hasn't turned in the phone.
Here's the important thing. As the legal team has previously stated, including during an in-person meeting with the Wells family and counsel, we have been and remain ready and willing to cooperate in arranging a joint forensic inspection of Nolan Wells' personal cell phone.
So when people were reporting...
So why are they running around having all these press conferences? You telling me they couldn't have met together in order to dissect the phone? Or how about this innovative idea? Go get the phone service to provide you what's been deleted and what hasn't and send it to everyone else. Is this rocket science? Is this rocket? Anybody work in a phone company, Bueller? Anybody work in a phone company? Anybody work in a phone company? Shout out to BT with the 792. Thank you so much, Boo. He said hello, Michonne, to the chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone that is here. Please hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are normal.
That you hadn't given the phone yet. Whatever the circumstances, that was true information, right? And I also want to be very clear about the fact that I truly do believe that if you support Christine Wansley at this point, while she refuses to be transparent and at the same time demanding everybody else's transparency, I think that you're an idiot. And I'll get more into that in a minute.
BT, So is it possible, and you let me know if you don't know, that's fine, that because the child is deceased, they could provide a death certificate, and if they have to go to court and get permission, and they have to go to court and get permission, that's fine. Legally, could they request that the phone company review the phone and see if there were any deleted messages a week before and even a week after Nolan's deletion, and provide that not only to the parents, but to the Mississippi DA office and Ben Crump and whoever the hell else needs to see it? And then say, this, yes, was deleted because Snapchat disappears after 24 hours. This was deleted over at Warren's house. This was deleted over at Christine's house, his mama's house. Is that a thing that can be done? I'm just trying to understand.
Minute. The what boys? Let me get it together. I have done another interview. I'm sorry, but I just always, whenever I see these.
Oh, so in other words, I'm not even that smart, y'all. I only have an associate's degree, and I play a doctor and a lawyer on YouTube. And you know, there's this thing called common sense that I do have, and I'm very glad that I do have it. And thank you for confirming, BT. It's really not this difficult. So with now $850,000, originally $750,000, on the way to $1 million, actually over $1 million already. You trying to tell me that it's going to cost $1 million in order to have that taken care of? You don't trust the DAs, the prosecutors? Cool. Go to the phone company. You got a whole ass lawyer that's supposed to be intelligent over here. How come he ain't do it? Why not? All right, you can request it. So y'all telling me that in 6 to 7 weeks, this couldn't have been done? Is that what y'all saying? She holding on to the phone, but saying, I need this to be solved. Well, guess what would be the quickest resolver and solver of whether these dudes have anything to do with it? You take it over there, get your warrant, pay for it, whatever you do, get them to confirm that messages were deleted at their house. Seems pretty simple to me. If you really want to know what happened, if you really wanted to know what happened, and even if you see that it was done over on Horn Island, wherever they dock at, after they leave Horn Island, wherever they dock at, you can say, do it over there too. You can say, show me all the deleted messages from everything. Ain't taking one step to do that, and y'all still up here talking about, oh, no ma'am, no sir, no. This absolutely solidifies the fact that y'all can go ahead and think whatever you want. I think this is bullshit for money. I'm saying it on the record now. This is bullshit now for money. Give her all your money. I don't give a damn. Because colors love to be scammed, because you're so emotionally involved with shit and you need people to like you so badly. And what are you going to get from this? What are you going to get from this? The odds are at this point is that it was an accidental drowning at this point. But y'all don't want to hear none of that. Let me get you the fuck on up out of here, because I don't know who the hell you think you're talking to. You can take that shit back over with the white people. Anyway, it's not this difficult, but it's interesting, Boo Bears and such, that damn GoFundMe keeps going up $100,000 here and $100,000 there and another $100,000 over here, and donate $150 there, $100,000 here. I'm gonna give you a free autopsy. I'm gonna give you a free funeral. Hey, we in the money. We in the money. We just want to know what happens to Nolan. Well, guess what, public? Y'all gonna have to wait. But guess who can help this shit go further while out here boo bearing y'all up, doing makeup tutorials and whatever the hell else is being done? Y'all think that shit makes sense. You think that makes sense, but you ain't saying shit about this damn phone after all this time. That allegation was made like 2 days after that child was found. 2 days after that child was found, we 7 weeks in, ain't shit been done. Y'all still sitting up here talking about, oh, but. Child, please, thank you for the page and the code, child. Come on, Ty. Is his name Ty? Ty?
boys, I always think of Ben Crump saying, the what boys? Which I think they should get shirts made that say the white boys across them. And right now the Blinternet is really hating because they did 2 interviews with Officer Tatum.
Again, distraction. We're not even going to address them or that man.
And I waited to watch both of them before I decided to actually make a video or comment on it. But just to catch you up, they were with their lawyer that's going to be representing these 3 when it comes to any type of defamation, which some people were like, where's Bart? Why is Bart not there? Bart has his own lawyer. Bart is not trying to be a part of this in any way. All Bart did was tow them, I'm sure is the way Bart sees it. So I'm pretty sure that Bart's kind of like, leave me out of this. I'm not trying to be a part of that at all. I'm going to deal with that.
Bart's name kind of went away now, didn't it? Child, he said, I'm going back to college. I follow y'all.
As little as I possibly can, because really it has nothing to do with me, which these boys too, it has nothing to do with them. But let's listen to Don Lemon really quick, because I think he sums up the way a lot of the haters feel about these white boys.
Actually, they're not boys. They're adults in the eyes of the law due to their age.
Getting an attorney.
Nolan Wells' friends lawyer up with attorney who repped Trump. Now, like I said, they have every right to do what they want. But this is not this story, what they're fighting for, really, if they have nothing to do with it, right? They're fighting in the court of public opinion.
Yeah, dummy Don, they're fighting in the court of public opinion because that's the venue that Christine and Elmore Wansley chose.
That is exactly where they chose, the court of public opinion, of which nothing that any of us really say at the end of the day is going to make a difference on what is going to come out of this. But you know what would? Turning over that fucking phone. That would be the first thing to tell you if they did delete something by their house or by after 4:30 or 4 o'clock when they had the phone. But nah. That don't make no sense. Y'all want to feel sorry for a person that's already scamming you by saying that she's phenotypically black. Even though y'all pros sitting up here talking about, you got to boycott the Asians. You got to boycott the Asians. Oh, not that Asian, no, child. Not that Asian. You got to boycott white people. We don't like white people. White people are bad. Oh, not the lawyers that Ben have that are white, though. You know, you got to pick and choose which one, child. I can't keep up. That's why we got Tadisha here, because she has the references to where in the code where these things lie. This is why I'm not a good black person to be on code, because your codes don't make sense. No logical sense whatsoever. So y'all go ahead and keep worrying about where it is at in the code. You know, Tadisha's here to help, but it don't make no damn sense. Hold on a second, y'all. You know, let me call you back because I'm doing a show. I'll let you know. Bye. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Anyway, I forgot where I was. So let me let Ty, since I got the name right. Thank you, Tadisha.
By the way, hi, Boo Bears.
Hey, Boo Bears.
We're going to be talking about her in a minute coming up.
They hired this lawyer, I would imagine, because of the attacks that have happened on him, meaning possible defamation or slander for some of the folks who have been saying things like emphatically that they had something to do with it.
Not possible defamation and slander, actual defamation and slander. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you, Don, since you're a journalist, that the bar when it comes to defame.
Is Don a journalist, really? Is Don really a journalist? That is fucking hilarious, Dallas. You know, if it's in cursive, the Generation Z can't comprehend.
A private person, an everyday person, like these 3 boys are, as opposed to a public figure, is much lower, which I've mentioned before, but I don't think I can mention enough, because that's what a lot of these people don't understand. A lot of these people are used to doing celebrity gossip, and they can basically say whatever they want about Diddy or whoever else.
And I know I'm just bringing the facts to you
because celebrities have to prove that there's actual malice. And
I think you're calling somebody out. Am I pathetic or are you pathetic for staying here? Am I pathetic or are you pathetic for staying here? Child, you colored, you're so funny.
Thinking behind that is celebrities are actually seeking out the spotlight. They choose to be public figures. If they want to dispute something somebody says, they have access to various forms of media that they can do interviews on, where when you're dealing with a private person, they don't have all of that at their disposal. And so it's easy for people to slander and defame them. So with a lot of these TikTokers not knowing that and being used to doing stories about celebrities, they didn't realize that now they're dealing with 3 guys, or if you consider Bart 4 guys, that they're just really slandering left and right, that they're defaming left and right. And they thought that this was going to be like a celebrity case. And at first the guys were allowing it. Maybe it's because they didn't want to put money towards that. Maybe it's because they thought it would blow over. Maybe it's because they didn't want to
y'all, we got the white code up in here. Okay, mind tripping. We got to count on you for the white code. We got the black code and we got the white code. All we need is an Asian code to help us out with all this. Any Asians in the house?
Make it any bigger. But for whatever reason, they let people get away with it for a little while there. And they might have done themselves a favor by doing that, because what they did was give these bloggers and TikTokers enough rope to hang themselves with. So now I'm sure they've downloaded the ones that really fit, because the lawyers said that he is not going to play games with this. He's got receipts, which I wouldn't be like any one of
Call Cox. In case y'all missed it, call Cox.
us could get receipts from any one of these creators. And the way they see it is like, nobody cares. They're not going to do anything. Yes, they are. And what's going to happen is you're going to end up like Tasha K. But the difference is Tasha K has a lot of money and resources. And so it's easier for her to hide her money because she's got people that can advise her on exactly how to do that. The average TikToker, while they may make some money, doesn't make that kind of money. So when they come after you, you're going to end up broke. And more importantly, you're going to end up traumatized. And you're going to be afraid to do these kind of stories moving forward because you're going to know what those consequences feel like. And people only got to watch a few of you get wrecked by this lawyer in order to understand the way that this works moving forward. And when Don says that he's one of Donald Trump's lawyers or represented Donald Trump, so that makes him a MAGA lawyer, he got Donald Trump a $16 million settlement from CBS. So if he can get CBS to say uncle in the form of $16 million, imagine what he'll be able to do with your broke ass.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. So the lawyer really be lawyering, as everybody was talking about, because the only thing that they hear is Donald Trump. And you know how that triggers people, right?
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go where you're being a racist! Racist!
Every right to, but who you hire also people is a reflection of you.
Well, if you're dealing with defamation and this guy happens to be the guy when it comes to defamation, or one of the guys when it comes to defamation, I mean, if he's able to represent Donald Trump and he's willing to help these guys out, then of course that makes sense. Like, why would they work?
You know what I'm just thinking about right now, since he's talking about the lawyer and defamation, right? If the Queen Boo Bear gave a damn about all of the content creators that are keeping the story alive, because she did say that, right? Then she would want to get that phone analyzed to determine for sure whether those boys deleted something, because then that would keep them from being sued for defamation. Hello? If she has the phone analyzed, or whatever you call it, has the phone company look into it, gets the warrant, whatever, and then gets the information and shows and proves that there were deletions done around Warren's house, on the way to Warren's house, at the dock when they got back, then that would kind of absolve all the people saying that they did it a little bit. Now, wouldn't it? Because then it would look suspicious with a confirmation. Wouldn't that be kind of a real suspicion at that point? What y'all deleting shit for, right? Well, Boo Bears, hopefully she do that for ya.
Worry about the way that Don Lemon feels about it. Don Lemon's been against them from the beginning. And that's what you have to remember, Don, is you are just as inconsequential as any other blog.
Wait, doesn't Don have a case from when he ran up in that church down in, wherever it was, I forget. Minnesota?
Blogger, TikToker, YouTube creator, online. Like, you seem to think that because you were with CNN, that gives you some sort of real cachet, and it doesn't. People don't really see you as anything like that. So when you're acting like, okay, but you know, I'm kind of judging you, it's like you're not even really relevant to the generation that these guys are in. So yeah, the same way that if you're trying to race grift like Christine Wansley, you'll go with Ben Crump, is the same way that if you're getting defamed, you'll go with Edward Andrew Pulsick.
And that's at least that's what we're going to think. And so if you look at the public sentiment on this, most people will say, oh, they're hiring Trump's lawyer, or a former Trump lawyer.
Here's another thing I'll clue you in on, Don, because it seems like you don't get out much lately. Throughout the rest of the country, when we're not talking about LA, New York.
And this is Don Lemon, a person who supposedly, well, no, he used to tell people stories. Now, we've already heard that the mainstream media is full of shit, and most of them are. They're going to guide the damn public, which is the reason why you have to look at everyone and try to formulate an opinion from what it is that they're all saying. We know that most don't do that. Just like he said, and I've said the same thing. So it's okay for the Wamsleys to hire Crump and really Al Sharpton, since he's up here talking again. But the people who are being accused with no information hire a lawyer, and they're wrong, and it's racist. Y'all, please, y'all make no sense.
New York, maybe Seattle, maybe Portland. But in a lot of parts of the country, most of the country, people don't care if you support Trump or if you go with people that are connected to Trump. People don't care like that. So when you're like, public sentiment is, no, what you're seeing online, that's what that is. Or a particular group of a particular segment of the population cares about that. But we're talking Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Do you think they care if they're using a lawyer that had been associated with Trump or is associated with Trump? It's a flex, Don. And what you're upset about is a lot of the people that you would at least silently encourage that have been out here slandering, that have been out here defaming, are now shaking in their boots, and you also know to watch your mouth now. But I get the feeling that you kind of knew to watch your mouth from the beginning after your little church run-in that happened not too long ago that I believe you're still dealing with. So you've known to at least halfway watch your mouth, but you're going to lose a lot of the backing that you had in putting out propaganda for Ben Crump, Al Sharpton, and the Wansleys, because now the people that support the same kind of thinking that you have on the Nolan Wells situation are going to have to be very careful with their wording. And you're already starting to see this content really cut down because people know there's going to be a consequence and people are scared.
Oh, so Ty has noticed the same thing that I've noticed as well. They kindly and literally shutting the fuck up. Ain't no point deleting videos. Enough people have done reactions to all of it. Y'all can delete all you want to. You see you doing what that white man told you to do, though. But it's racist. Y'all should forge on, and keep making the same content and making the same accusations. Stand on business. What happened to that? Who said that? T.I.'s kid. I forget his name. I be knowing. I don't know why. I don't know everything, but I tell y'all what I do know, and I tell you what I don't know. And I'm telling you, these people, most of them, from what I've seen, the ones I've been looking at, they didn't change that tune. They didn't tone that tone down, and Ty just said the same damn thing. They all this and all that. King, thank y'all. King said that. They ain't standing on business now, and it is a major difference when you're talking about real people as opposed to talking about Diddy and celebrities and all that type of stuff, because odds are they're really not going to be paying attention. These people be paying attention, including the people that are being accused who are suffering from it, so now they're paying attention, but you know that's not allowed because, child, the white people can't defend themselves.
Now, I think this is a lawyer who represented Donald Trump against the New York Times and other news outlets, so I would imagine this would be for defamation, slander, and that kind of thing. What do most of the folks are saying? Well, that doesn't bode well for them.
Bode well for them in what way? Because if you're talking about public opinion and people judging them, those people were already judging them before they did anything. That's why they needed to hire him in the first place. So if you're talking about the same people that have been slandered.
But pros don't seem to comprehend. They probably went to that school where that teacher was just saying that she was a great teacher and she taught all those wonderful kids and saying that the black man is lying. But because, you know, black women they got all the answers to everything.
And defaming them, now not liking that they have somebody that's going to keep them from slandering and defaming them. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it, Dawn? Because you were having a good time bullying these boys, and now they have backup.
Don was down there bullying them down in Minadam Soda, too. He know damn well as a black man, even though he's effing a white man, of which y'all pro-blacks don't seem to see, while he telling you that all white people are racist and they all got issues, he goes home to one every night, and y'all still listening to that ninja. But anyway.
And they don't just have to be bullied anymore. They don't have to continue to be your whipping boy. And I would say that the reason that they've done
that whipping boy, is that racist?
So many interviews now is because they really don't have anything to hide, because they really didn't have anything to do with it. And that's what's really starting to bother you guys, is that it's beginning to dawn on you that we've been trying to pin this on the wrong people. And we've been trying to pressure them to talk, because before it was like, why aren't they talking? Why are they silent? Why did they lawyer up? Well, now that they've shown you what lawyering up really looks like, and they are talking since you pressured them into it, suddenly now people want them to stop talking.
Yeah, I thought y'all wanted the truth. I thought y'all wanted to know. Now they talking. Now y'all mad at what they saying. Like, what did y'all think was going to happen? Courtney Clenny just copped to Red Rum. She pled guilty to Obamselli. That girl sat in jail for 4 years. She wasn't trying to say nothing. Y'all know damn well when y'all go to jail or y'all get arrested that y'all don't be coming up here talking about guilty most of the damn time. Who is it that just, oh my God, they just left my brain real quick. Oh, because people are trying to compare Courtney Clenny to Carmelo, because she's a white girl that only got 6 years and Carmelo got 35 years. The biggest difference between the two of them, she took the damn plea bargain and he did not. Y'all don't like to look at facts. Y'all just want to look at race. And that's why you get it wrong most of the time. No one is saying that there is no racism. You cannot compare a fucking orange and an apple to be the damn same. They're not the same. You can try to force it all you want to. You can sit up here and listen to motherfuckers that are married to white people but telling you that they care about black people. You can go vote for Cam when she runs again. It don't matter to me. These MFers are playing in everybody's face, but y'all the ones that like to play along with them. That's why you now have AOC out here, because this is all political at this point. That's why you got AOC out here talking about she freezing her eggs. And then somebody asked her about breaking up with her damn boyfriend. And she said, oh, that's my personal business and I don't want to discuss it. But she want to get on the internet showing us that she's freaking sticking herself to save her damn eggs when she been engaged for 4 damn years. A feminist socialist that don't want to get married, that now want to run for president, and y'all be dumb enough to go and vote for her. Child, don't make sense.
So why are they making it about themselves? Well, because you were asking them to talk. So now they're talking. So be careful what you wish for. And this is what should tell you that they don't care about your opinion. Is that instead of scaling back because people were like, they lawyered up from the beginning. They lawyered up even more, which I'm 100% in support of. And I think these guys are showing the entire country how to be smart about
that is true about male and female. I completely agree that women definitely get lesser terms, but the biggest difference between these two is a plea bargain that was offered was accepted and a plea bargain over here that was not.
All of this, how you really handle this. So instead of trying to come after them because you're like, this is white privilege, why don't you learn from them? And while we're on the subject of people being transparent and not being transparent, why hasn't Christine Wansley turned the phone in to the authorities to get that tested? Maybe if she wasn't on a world tour trying to raise money for her GoFundMe, which, where does that money go? Can we ever discuss that? Where does the money, $850,000 that Christine Wansley has been raising, what does she need that money for? The funeral was paid for by Tyler Perry, allegedly, or according to public reports and statements from Ben Crump, Al Sharpton, Terrell Owens, all these people. The money for any kind of reward leading to information about what actually happened in Nolan is being put up by those people. So what exactly did she need $850,000 for? Up, goal reached. And now Christine Wansley has raised the goal to $950,000. What does she need $950,000 for? Because I'll tell you what I would think would make sense. If you're really the mother that she's pretending to be and you really wanted to know what happened with this phone, in my opinion, instead of being on this tour to let everybody know how much you're grieving while hardly ever crying and looking like you couldn't be more happy to be in the spot. Hi, Blue Buyers. Looking like you couldn't be more happy.
They allegedly broke up.
Getting your 15 minutes that otherwise you never would have gotten. There's nothing spectacular about you when it comes to looks, when it comes to charisma. There's absolutely.
Now you got trolls in here telling me who I voted for. I tell you, you colored, you so funny. Y'all just be any old dumb shit where you know absolutely nothing. That's why y'all all tied up this way, all frustrated over this shit. Because you believe people like caricature and the shit that they say in Frigidaire, child. Two of the dumbest people I've ever seen and known in my life. That's who y'all be going and listening to.
Nothing about you that would ever have gotten this kind of attention. Maybe you're the fun girl around the office. Maybe you're that girl. You're in the medical field. Maybe you're the fun nurse. That's why nobody was paying attention to your social media before this tragedy happened to your son. But to get back to my point, if this were really what you were worried about, because the phone was the most important thing in the world, right? You had your friend Tashima.
Our friend Tashima, who actually was one of the people who helped us that night, she went and picked up his cell phone from where it was.
Go down to where Warren.
Well, I hope Tashima didn't delete any messages. I guess that's not on the table. All right.
And the other boys were, and basically kicked down the door.
All of a sudden, the door just got open and slammed, and there was a girl who walked in, and like probably about 8 or 9 guys behind her, and then another mom, which was Javon's mom. I was very surprised about this. I was like, like you just basically like kick the door open and, bust up in the house, no knock or anything.
To go strong arm them out of this phone. And you're lucky they didn't call the police.
You mean to tell me that they basically broke into your house? Ain't no way. That is racism. You trying to say that there's an angry black woman around here? Is that what you saying?
No. Black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
I tell you, I can't see y'all. Rainy Jordan, thank you for the flower jewels. I see you. I appreciate you, boo.
He's on Tashima. You're lucky nobody had a surprise waiting for Tashima on the other side of that door. But the phone was that important that you had to have somebody go strong arm it out of the hands of these boys right away. And then you claim that information is missing off the phone. First,
okay, going to get the phone, I don't think that that's, weird to need to go get the phone. Because if you're trying to figure something out and find something out, your kid is missing, that's not weird. I don't think that's weird. If you breaking into people's, isn't that what Biggie's song said? Waving the 4-4, kicking the door, waving the 4-4, however it go. That's what it sounded like. What happened, child? That's crazy.
It's text message.
Lord have mercy. Everybody and their mama trying to call me. I can't answer this one. I'll be on the phone forever.
Why are there deleted messages on his phone?
Messages that were deleted from his cell phone.
We want her to talk about the cell phone deleted messages.
There were things deleted in a dead man's phone that he didn't have access to.
They claim that text messages from Nolan's phone were deleted.
Then we find out it's Snapchat, which is different from text messages.
My sister and I actually went through Nolan's cell phone, particularly Snapchat, because that is so popular with the children. And when we opened it up, there was nothing.
And yes, there is an important distinction. Then it gets changed at a point through the media, as well as people like Judge Mathis, that the phone has been scrubbed.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Nolan's mom, she said that his phone was scrubbed, right?
Yes.
Which we all know that scrubbed has a different meaning than just a couple of things being deleted.
Oh, no. I know you're not trying to be technical with words, okay? That's not what they meant, Ty, all right? That's not what they meant. Even though that's what they say, it's not what they meant. Just like when they say fully clothed, and then they try to say, well, why they say they were fully clothed? Why they say he was fully clothed? They're at the beach. He meant he wasn't naked and he had the shorts on. Oh, well, You don't like it when it's on the other foot, huh? Yeah, we already know, Chad.
I scrubbed or wiped my phone.
What, like with a cloth or something? I don't know.
Before I turned it in to AT&T so that I can get the newest model. And no, it is not interchangeable to say that a couple of things have been removed, which I don't believe have, but to say a couple of things have been removed versus saying that something has been scrubbed or wiped. Different terms completely.
I want the trolls who are here to at least do some sort of work. What in holy hell could be on that phone that would be removed that would help this case out, Bueller? You think that Nolan left himself a note that says, my white friends are trying to delete me? I'm going to take a pause for y'all to say something that might help us out, okay? Anybody? Oh, I'm a house Negro. All right, well, that's not new. Anything of substance? What could possibly have been in that phone that needed to be deleted by them white boys? What? Anyone? Bueller? Trollers? Anybody? Y'all got shit to say. Now say something. I'm paying attention. Anything? Want to answer the question? Or you just want to be jackasses and just say dumb shit? Anything, Bueller? Bueller? Ralph says it could prove that he was recording a fight that he was having with them. Okay. Pictures. I do think pictures like naked women or allegedly. I'm not saying this about Nolan. I want the sassy straights who are here. The sassy straights who are here. Okay. When you were younger, did you ever record yourself with a woman or a man, okay, and have it on your phone? Bueller? Yay or nay? No, y'all didn't do that. I'm just saying. Dallas, yes, exactly. I'm not gonna pull that comment up, but yes, I see you. Anything? Ever? So y'all was all innocent? No, hell nah. Mika's in the building. The mom is a whole lie. Some people think so. Anything? Never. I'm asking the sassy straights. But shout out to you, Kiana. I wanted males. Look, Pimp says yup. Goodbye. I cannot. Pooh Man says no. Okay. Tamara, I've been married for 31 years. I didn't think I needed the evidence. Okay. Yeah, right, girl. Okay. But I'm going for sassy straights when they were younger. 17, 18, 19. Just trying to see if maybe they had some pictures that girls sent to you. Videos y'all may have made together. I'm just asking. It could prove that he was on the boat, such as a message saying, see you at the party, Katie. You're right. You are absolutely right. It could be a message that says that. You're absolutely right. Isn't that all the more reason that the mom should have the phone turned over by now? Nah. No. Goodbye, news ticks. I'm not bringing that up, but I see you. Woo! Cheryl thinks that he recorded being threatened. All right. Should that be a reason that the mom should get the phone to the damn phone company ASAP? I mean, she went down to the courthouse on funeral pep rally day to put the paperwork in for that, but she couldn't put in the paperwork in order to get a judge to say that she could go to the phone company to get the phone company to look at the phone and then disseminate the information. I guess that would be racist too. Shout out to Night Jade. I see you. I appreciate you. Boo. Night Jade says, this is what happens when you deal with morons. They don't know how boating works. Yeah, there's that too. They don't know how Snapchat works. For fuck's sake, please take several seats. And there's that too, girl. And there's that too. And not to mention all the other apps that I'm sure that are out there. There are apps where you can hide your personal things as well. Don't ask ask me how I know, but I heard that there's apps that you can hide your personal shit and it will just look like a bag of Cheetos or something on the phone. I'm just saying. Without the phone, they can claim anything. Well, yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what could possibly have been on it that they wanted to get rid of, meaning the white boys, in order to say that they did it. I'm feeling like if everybody, well, let me not say everybody, if I feel like most of the people, all right, Switchblade, I'm not bringing that up. If you really think that this is what they did and they're responsible for your child's death, one would think, since you keep saying that you want to know what happened, that you would go ahead and do such thing. So can the trolls agree to that, or y'all just going to be jackasses and just say, no, she don't have to do it? BT, I'm saying the same thing. This is 7 weeks. This is 7 weeks now. Crazy. She don't have to trust the authorities. If you were not here when I spoke on this earlier, and our resident BT who works at a phone company, she could have gotten a court order and had the phone company detail the messages for that particular week or however many days she wanted to, and they let her know if messages were deleted, and if they were deleted, where, because all the phones ping. We all do at least know that, right? You know? The phone company has it all. All the phone companies have it all. This is what I'm saying. Nothing is ever deleted. Nothing is ever deleted. Child. Anyway, child, I ain't got to. Y'all too slow for me. Lynn, thank you so much for the Uncle Alert and the 440 jewels. I see you. I appreciate you. Come on, child. We got to move on.
And especially in this kind of situation when you're accusing people or alleging these things were done, you do have to be particular in the wording. And that's something Ben Crump and Al Sharpton should be able to tell you. But you're not at all careful with those words. And so when people are online saying the boys have denounced Christina Wansley, that's a post I literally saw. And it's because they called Christina Wansley out for throwing them under the bus.
I feel like his mom blasting us on social media from the get-go, saying that he was out there with Warren and another guy. That's where it first started to take off. And then also the fact that she posted a picture of me and Morgan and another guy and Nolan on the boat together, blasting that out there, pushing this narrative, kind of, I guess.
Well, why do you think these boys that Christina Wansley debates have this relationship with their son, say isn't as close to their son as they say? Well, I would say she probably wasn't as close to her son as she says. I would be willing to bet that these boys, even the one that dealt with Nolan the least, whoever that would be, knew Nolan Wells better than Christine Wansley did, and certainly are making less money off of his death. But let's not do that right now. Let's stick to the point about the phone. So you get the phone home, and Tashima and Javon, and
shout out to the ET reference. Did you hear him? He said you get the phone home. Shout out to ET. If you know, you know.
And Jalen, Tashima's two sons, the people that you claim were Nolan's best friends, were the last ones to have Nolan's phone in their possession. How do we know that they didn't wipe text messages and Snapchats off of Nolan's phone?
That's okay, because that's what the phone company is there for.
I mean, they were the last ones with the phone immediately before you, right, Christine? Since they retrieved the phone. And this is all just me guessing, but I have to put it together the same way that everybody's been willing to put it together about these what boys. Let's talk some sense. They could have been just as likely to have wiped Nolan's phone as the what boys were, but we don't ever seem to talk about that. Also, if we're talking about Javon.
Listen, Ring Nose, I don't know where you came from, Mr. Asian man, but I don't think you allowed to say this. Did we get somebody for the Asian code in here, Bueller? Any Asians around? Kevin, thank you so much for the poop. I appreciate you, boo. Anybody want to be on code for the Asians, child? Because clearly they're here. Clearly.
He claims that the last time he saw Nolan, they told each other that they loved each other. I mean, I'm a gay man and I don't talk that way to my friends on a regular basis. To me, it just sounds like a particularly mushy conversation, because I'm not trying to imply that Javon and Nolan were gay together. I'm not going that off the deep end. I'm keeping it within the realm of what I think is possible. But what does seem odd to me is it seems odd to me that Javon seemed to make it a point that they were especially...
All right, my bad. Any Mexicans in here that want to be on Mexican code and let us know what the Mexican talk means, Bueller? Anybody?
Close towards the end of his life, or the last time that they saw each other, which ended up being the end of Nolan's life. Why would you try to set that up that way, in my opinion, unless maybe you had a guilty conscience? Also, everybody keeps talking about the body language and how the white boys don't really seem that affected when they're talking about the situation. But when Javon, who was supposedly Nolan Wells' best friend, according to his mother,
Nolan is best friends with her two sons, Jalen and Javon,
was talking to TMZ and also said that he didn't think it had anything to do with race.
I wouldn't say that it's a whole race thing.
He seemed like he didn't have a lot of emotion about it either. He didn't look particularly broken up.
Cops have not talked to you yet.
No, sir.
That's odd.
I don't see why the cops I don't see why the cops would have to talk to me. I mean, obviously, like, you know, like I had said my plea, like.
And when he referred to Nolan washing up, he just referred to it as the body and not Nolan washing up.
It was whenever, you know, the body was discovered.
Which to me didn't sound like he was talking about it with any real respect or reverence. But we're not supposed to mention that either. Or Christine doesn't mention that. I mean, if everybody's a suspect, then why isn't everybody a suspect? Why is it
only the white boys? Because shout out to Ben Crump. He said it, then that's what the hell it is. Because that's what him and Al are for. Gerard, thank you for the Silver Star Jules. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that are here, even the trolls, because all views matter, but you better watch your ass because mods don't play.
That Javon and Tashima couldn't have possibly erased those text messages or Snapchats off the phone. I mean, it would seem Javon would probably have just as much of a reason as anybody else, right? Because they're all out there partying. Maybe they don't want the parents to end up seeing certain things, like them all drinking, or maybe them doing certain things.
Yeah. I don't know about the drinking, all these pictures. I don't think they care.
They shouldn't have been doing. Maybe a little booger sugar. I don't know. This is all just me guessing.
Allegedly.
But what I'm getting at is, it seems odd to me that instead of going on this whirlwind tour that Christine has been on, where she gets to give everybody the
I'm on a world tour with the mic in my hand. Shout out to the Tribe Called Quest.
Hi, Boo Bells. I'm going through it, Boo Bells. I lost my son, Boo Bells. Sorry, I drew it. But I just get crazy about this because I really do not like this woman because I think she's trying to cash in off the death of her son. And I think that she's chosen to let the entire world burn around her as far as the people that her son was the closest with because it gets her money and it keeps her in the spotlight. But I don't think she's smart enough to realize that mothers like her are a dime a dozen. The weeping mother has happened a lot in the past. And guess what? You stay popular for as long as you...
And it's always the mama. Know and understand, because I know you colors don't like to see it. Blacks, Asians, FBAs, African Americans, ebonies, chocolates, take your pick. That the father, the male, the man doesn't speak. He ain't in front. He don't say anything. He doesn't show anything. He just sits there in the background because that's where you sassy straights, the black ones, reside, in the back, okay? You get behind black women all the time, even when your son, and yes, we know he's the stepfather, but even when your son is gone, you still get in the back and shut the fuck up. You still get in the back and you shut the fuck up. Because you always got to have a mama out there because, like I've already shown and proven, we already know who runs the culture.
No, black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
Yeah, that's who runs the culture. And whatever mama says is what a TI is.
You're useful to causes like this where they're race baiting, which everybody calls Brandon Tatum race baiting Tatum, but he's the one that's doing the least race baiting. Don Lemon is race baiting. Ben Crump is race baiting. Al Sharpton has been race baiting for what, the last 40 years?
Well, we're not bringing in race, but we're not discounting race either.
But you call a person that's just being fair about this race baiting Tatum. And I think that's what bothers Don Lemon so much, is that he knows that Brandon Tatum is doing his job right now. The thing that Brandon Tatum is doing is what Don Lemon should be doing. Don Lemon should have gone out to Ocean Springs, Mississippi before Brandon Tatum did. He should have already been on this as the actual journalist, as he swears he is. I mean, not to put Officer Tatum down, because believe me, I'm 100% in support of Officer Tatum, but I think he would agree with this. He's just a YouTuber. Don Lemon is supposedly a well-respected, educated journalist.
But he was fired. Shout out to the video that Ringo did, which we already did, but I'm gonna go revisit it after listening to him. So now, y'all, I am a white man in a black woman's body. Do you think that they're thinking about this when they're listening to Don Lemon and he goes home and fucks a white man? Do you think they care about that? Do you think they care when Cam goes home to fuck her white man? Yeah, y'all just be picking and choosing shit. That's why I can't take you seriously.
But Brandon Tatum, the YouTuber, is putting in the legwork and spending the money and doing everything that he has to do as much research as he possibly can and be as unbiased as he possibly can be, because that's what's bothering everybody. Like, everybody's trying to make it seem like people like Officer Tatum or myself are just going with the narrative. No, we're not going with the narrative. What we're going with is what the evidence has actually shown so far. You all are going with narratives. You all are making up stories, and that's why you all are in danger of getting sued, because you're making things up. Like, even when people try to imply that the
shout out to Caricature, another person that y'all love to listen to.
Sheriff had said basically that the investigation was over. That's not what he said at all. What he actually said was that there were no signs of foul play at that time. And it was still an ongoing investigation. But because we're all supposed to go off, well, Mississippi has a reputation. Mississippi, when they say that, we know that. You don't know anything. Most of you haven't even been out of your town. And a lot of the TikTokers haven't even been out of your bedrooms, if we're being honest. I mean, a lot of you, the only time you leave your place is when your EBT comes in so that you can get more food to keep your unemployed ass fueled while you continue to make these TikToks that don't make you any money either, if we're being honest about it. But you're supposed to be our most trusted source for news, right, TikTokers? Those of you that don't.
Yeah, like the white girl that's running around saying, there's a camera, there's a camera, there's a camera, there's a camera. I think that's a song. There's a camera, there's a camera, there's a camera, there's a. What the hell that's supposed to prove? There's a camera, there's a camera, there's a camera, there's a camera. What the fuck? What does that prove? You're around businesses. There should be cameras. She over here thinking she cracking the case. They got cameras out here around these businesses. And child, that white girl is acceptable. So the blacks love her because she's going around Ocean Springs pointing out where cameras are. That white girl is okay. Tadisha, code. That white, maybe, who doing the white code? Where does it make sense that she running around town and all these damn YouTubers at minimum are running around saying she doing great work because she going around talking about there's a camera, there's a camera. Child, y'all go outside, there's a camera. That's it. You're driving, there's a camera. There's cameras everywhere. Child.
Leave your bedrooms except for possibly to get a snack. And then, like I said, Don Lemon out here not doing his job talking about
Alert from the Don Lemon Show newsroom, and we have another big update in the Nolan Wells case.
every story that Don Lemon comes out with is stuff that we've already heard. And the time that he had the exclusive, which was Emmanuel, where he got to break the story, that guy went against his narrative and made him look stupid on his.
All right, it's not on white code. It's just a white girl doing it. But Tadisha said it's on page 54. It figures. That's why caricature is running with it. Child, can't make it up.
Don't show.
When Ben Crump and Al Sharpton came to our state, I think one thing they did wrong was you can't come down
Isn't this man the friend of the Walmsleys or something? Who is this man? Yeah.
here and start saying that our state is prejudiced.
I did a video about it. Quite a few people did videos about it. It was funny to watch because Don thought he really had one and instead got made a fool of on his own show. Was trying to argue and be like,
So sometimes it takes someone who comes from the outside to hold up a mirror so that you can see what's happening.
because anybody living anywhere would know that news and TV don't know the place you live better than you do. Let's take Don Lemon and these boys and Nolan Wells out of it. And you tell me that the news, especially not even the local news, but news from across the country, like New York and LA, you really believe that the news in New York and LA know Ocean Springs, Mississippi better than a man that was born and raised in Ocean Springs, Mississippi? You
Of course it does in this case, Ty. What are you talking about? How dare you go against these black men? Listen, he's a Mexican, y'all. I was wrong. Y'all said he's Mexican. He's Mexican. Listen, the white code and the Mexican code are the same because Hispanics can call themselves black or white if they want to on an application, in case y'all didn't know. So white code works for him. But y'all, you can't say that about a black man, Mexican child. You better go on somewhere.
believe that the news know his town better than him. Maybe you're slow if you believe that. I wouldn't put it past a lot of these people that I see online giving their opinions. Breaking news from the Don Lemon newsroom. You're in your car, Don. You're in a bedroom in your house and you're trying to act like you're in a newsroom and nothing you say has been breaking news. I honestly don't know how your white husband puts up with you. But anyway, I keep getting sidetracked. What I'm trying.
Go Ty, go Ty, go Ty. Yeah, y'all can ignore all that prose. You can ignore how Don goes home to his white man for years now. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Yeah, pro-black and go home to white. I love it.
Trying to say about Christine Wants, I take forever to make a point. You see why I'm not married? Anyway, what I'm trying to get at with Christine Wansley is if she really did care about this information on the phone, in my opinion, what she would do, and I know this is going to sound annoying, but if you're a mother and you really know that this is the key, or it's got to be a huge part of the key, because why else would anybody erase anything off a phone? Honestly, all jokes aside, it's got to be something pretty damning on for somebody to actually break in his phone, however they did, if they had his password, which most people don't. But let's say they did have his password. But to get in there, whether it was Javon, whether it was Warren, whether it was Wyatt, whether it was Bart, whoever you're saying it was, whoever you think it was. Okay, let's completely all people on the Katie. Maybe even was the person that did it. So it has to be pretty important, right? For them to go through all that, because who else would do that? I mean, it makes no sense, right? Unless it was something super damning. But if you really felt that way, you're telling me that you wouldn't be at the sheriff's office every day saying, hey, let's go into this phone. Or like I said, you wouldn't have hired somebody yourself to do it? Because on another episode,
Ty is starting to he's starting to use his common sense, and we can't have that. That is not on code, Ty. I know it's not on code for Mexican white people to sit up here and use your common damn sense with this shit that we done already said. Are you listening to me? Is that what's going on? Are you watching me? We been said this shit. Not rocket science at all. Child, please.
I talked about this, and I was saying that on the high end, which this would probably be for like corporate espionage and that kind of thing, it would be $50,000 to $100,000 to really recover everything.
Well, child, they got $850,000. They got the money. They got the money.
But on the high end of what's probably possible would be $25,000. You've made over $850,000. If it were me and it were somebody that I really loved, anybody that I really loved, let's say it was my best friend, which if you know me and my best friends, they get on my nerves, but I love them. So let's say I thought somebody had done something wrong to my best friend, wrong to this level, and I had access to $25,000, $50,000, I would quickly pay that to find out and get to the bottom of this. And then I would present that myself to the sheriff or whatever else and say, see if you can.
Yeah, he definitely watching me. So tell me where you heard this at, Nicole, because ain't Ben Crump and Al ain't screaming it from the rafters, and neither is Christine. That's why this thing is becoming a thing, because they haven't turned the phone over and they haven't given it to anyone, which is what that damn thing bred from the lawyers. So if you heard it from Caricature or Tista Tells or Frigidaire, this is why them out here lying is why they now, the white boys, have a lawyer to come down and say, y'all gonna stop lying on us. So I ain't heard that one damn time from nobody. Who the hell is Jason, child? Don't say Jason from Hollywood Unlocked. Who the hell is Jason? Jason is it a YouTuber, child? All right, Lawrence, appreciate you.
Find anything else in this phone that my guy wasn't able to find, but this is what we were able to recover. Now I need you, chop, to get on it and do something about this. But Christine Wansley wouldn't do that? I mean, she has access to that amount of money easily. But I'm supposed to believe that this is just a grieving mother, right? I'm supposed to believe that this is just a woman that wants to get to the bottom of this.
We only want the truth. Again, at the end of the day, I'm going to say it like I've been saying it. The only question we have is what happened to Nolan. That's what we need to know. That's it. That's all.
And these boys are supposed to spare her and treat her with reverence as well because of this son that she cared so much about, which some people have said that Nolan didn't live with her for the last couple of years.
All right. Well, I've been listening to Whitlock. I haven't heard it, so I'll have to go back. Let me know if it was today or yesterday. We've been listening to him. Not Jason Momoa. Goodbye, Kay. Okay. Dre in the building. Thank you, Boo. Messy for district attorney. I would never. But thank you, Boo. I appreciate you.
Some people have said that. I don't know if that's true. The boys haven't said that, but that's a claim that's out there. It's alleged. But even if he did live with her, they didn't appear to have the best relationship because she didn't know any of his best friends. Now, is it his best friend's job to make sure that they know the mother? Or if she's the mother that she was pretending she was, is it her job to know the other people that her child that she's supposedly so concerned with is hanging out with? Or is it like most of us that live in the real world? A lot of times you don't know everything about, especially your teenager's life. Once you get to like 13, junior high, once you get to those ages, a lot of times your parents don't know a lot of what you're doing. They don't know a lot of
Ty, child, now you're trying to revert back to when you were a child. I know you effing lying. He definitely listening to us, y'all. Didn't we go over this already? Because all these people that know so much try to act like they were never young, and they trying to act like your moms and dads knew all your friends. Go ahead and say that's the truth. I'm going to call you a liar straight here. Y'all really sitting up here trying to tell us that your moms knew all your friends, all your best friends, all the friends you was calling your best friends, all the people that you was hanging out with, all the people you was skipping school with, all the people you were riding in their cars with that you had no business riding in their cars with. So y'all really trying to say that that's how it was when y'all were younger, and specifically males. I'm talking specifically to males because, child, women, I already know what we was doing. Gentlemen, and since we was doing it with y'all, when you was someplace you wasn't supposed to be. All right, yeah, y'all go ahead and lie for this case all you want to. If you have to lie in order to make it fit your narrative, then you know it's bullshit. Y'all really want to try to act like you were not young, and you want to sit around and act like, okay. Y'all really want to act like y'all were not young and y'all did everything right, which is what she's trying to say. We see them in pictures and videos drinking beer. Is that the worst thing in the world? Absolutely not. Plenty of people drank when they were underage. Plenty of people drank before they were supposed to. Plenty of people smoked before they weren't supposed to. Plenty of people smoke weed before, well, I don't know if you're supposed to, but before they was sick, because now it's a medicinal drug or something. Whatever. So now y'all gonna really sit here and play in everybody's face and lie to the crowd and lie to yourselves and act like you and your mama shared everything when you came home and said, Mama, I was with this girl and she let me touch her boob. It was the best thing ever. Y'all full of shit. If you are lying about something like that, you are delusional about this shit and you can't even be fair. Y'all can't even be fair. I can sit here and admit that my mother did not know every single person that I called a friend because I knew, one, that it wasn't a person I probably should be around and she wouldn't allow it. How about that? How about your moms would say, they ain't your friend. That everybody ain't your best friend. So y'all's mothers never said no shit like that. And I'm specifically talking to the black people. I don't know what white people do because y'all do some shit that black people just don't do. Okay. But you know you've heard that ain't your little friend. That ain't your best friend. Everybody ain't your friend. And you knew damn well if you brought that person around, they probably would say that shit. Or you could be in a community like this and everybody had money, everybody was well-to-do, everybody was doing well, so you just let them go ahead and do their thing because everybody was on the same economic level, so it was all good in the hood. Because the thing that makes it interesting around here, when you pros come around talking about what somebody did, you seem to forget the fact that they've been living in Mississippi forever, and they was doing very well down there in racist-ass Mississippi, in the deep South, where Emmett Till got taken out, where Medgar Evers got taken out, where I don't know the latest girl that was just found recently. Rest in peace to her. We got to get back on that. But that woman was a successful nurse, and whatever Elmore did, and they ain't worrying about no racism because they certainly was there, and they certainly had enough money, and they certainly was living very well. Now all of a sudden, I'm scared of all the white people. So we really sitting around here trying to believe with all the pictures, all the photos that Nolan was in with these dudes. They was just waiting for their opportunity to take a nigga down. That's what y'all saying. Y'all really put that shit through your head and use common sense. You filter that through and you really think, well, yeah, they was just waiting for the opportunity, child. Please, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. They clearly were friends, clearly. Taking road trips together, leaving cars over each other's houses, going out on the boat, going to the prom. And notice how when they want to show pictures of Nolan, like at the pep rally / funeral, all they put out were the black kids. And I'm not saying that Nolan didn't have black friends. I'm not saying that none of that. Obviously he did. We see all the pictures. But you can't say he was only friends with the black ones when he's got more pictures because they put him out with the damn white boys. Y'all believe what you want. Keep listening to Caricature and Frigidaire.
Your friends, it's not even really possible or realistic to think that they're going to know. So I'm not saying that I hold that against her, but I am saying when she's out here disputing people were his friends and how close they were, I don't think she really knew. And one of the boys said that he had encountered Elmore a lot of times. That's the stepfather or the father, depending on who you ask. His best friend Trayston said that was the stepfather.
His stepdad.
Which I believe, because I think that if you listen to Trayston's...
We already knew that. And I can be loud because it's my fucking show. If you don't like it, leave. What is wrong with y'all? Shout out to Night J. She said, Messy is low IQ thinking. Yeah, like people who don't like me yelling, but they still here complaining. They can't think above color. It's truly sad. I hope the one day they wake up, they won't, because that life has got to be lonely. Nah, they got Caricature and Frigidaire. They good. A bunch of people that ain't got the sense that God gave them in a low IQ, but listen to them.
Interview closely, and I don't mean conspiracy theory closely. I mean, but just if you listen to the way he talks, he was dropping a lot of shade in his interview and kicking out a lot. That boy was kicking out a lot of truth and giving you a lot of read between the lines. See what it is I'm really saying. Maybe the reason that he referred to Elmore as
his stepdad
was because with him and Nolan being best friends, he knew that Nolan saw Elmore as his stepfather and not his actual father. Maybe that's the reason.
Nolan also saw himself as Filipino, but that's another thing that the pros don't want to acknowledge, because as long as what's her name says, I phenotypically identify as a black woman, then that's all y'all care about.
Black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
Phenotypes. That's all that matters. Anyway, I think it says Delo. Thank you, Delo, for the 100 and 2 joules. I appreciate you.
Reason Trayston dropped that. And maybe that's the reason that nobody wants to address that, is because maybe Nolan didn't feel the closest to Elmore. So now that Elmore is stepping in and trying to act like I don't know Trayston is saying back, no, you didn't really know Nolan. That's kind of what I think. But to get back to my point about Christine and this phone, is I feel like her behavior is odd, because if she really did want to do something about this, she would either have it investigated herself and then present them with what she's found and see if they could find more, or she would be really pressuring them and saying, you guys need to get into this phone because I need to know what's in there. So then one of her attorneys, not Ben Crump, but another one of her attorneys that's working in conjunction with Ben Crump, put out a statement on the 11th, which was just yesterday, because it had gotten out that she hadn't turned the phone over yet, that
A.R. Smith Law sends a legal document to Miss Mickelrath. I may have said McRadle before. It is what it is. Essentially saying that they will be representing Nolan Wells' estate and the family moving forward alongside Ben Crump Law. Here's the important thing. As the legal team has previously stated, including during an in-person meeting with the Wells family and counsel, we have been and remain ready and willing to cooperate in arranging a joint forensic inspection of Nolan Wells' personal cell phone. During the meeting,
which kind of proves that no one has gotten the phone at this point. So sorry, Nicole. I'll listen to Jason. He is on the docket today if I can get to it and see what he said. Big boy, appreciate you. All I care about is my relatives.
I don't care. All I care about is my relatives. Let me drive this home. All I care about is a nigga disrespecting my relative, nigga. That's all I care about, boy. That's all I care about.
It never gets old. JB, thank you for the silver star. I see you. I appreciate you.
Specifically discussed having the examination conducted through digital forensics lab at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, as well as the possibility of FBI involvement as well. Our position has not changed. We are prepared to coordinate a mutual agreeable date and procedure for the examination of the phone accordingly, to the extent there has been a suggestion that we have been unwilling or have failed to cooperate with the investigation. And we want to make clear that is not the case.
So the reports that she hadn't done it yet were, in fact, correct, right? Or else you wouldn't put out a statement like that, because it would be like, you're crazy. So when people were reporting that you hadn't given the phone yet, whatever the circumstances, that was true information, right? Or else you wouldn't be able to put a statement out why you haven't turned in the phone. I mean, am I crazy? Am I turning into a TikToker? No shade to the TikTokers. There's some good ones out there, but
yeah, shade to the TikTokers. Can't stand TikTok. Shout out to Tadisha. Appreciate you. Auntie, can the trolls see the super chats? Of course they can. Of course they can. They see it all. That's why they worry about how loud I am. Like I give a damn. Thank you, boo. Gerard, thank you for the silver star, hun. I see you. I appreciate you.
But really, I mean, like, a lot of them are just like, they'll jump on the phone with anything. You know, they'll see something that has no basis in reality at all. Nolan Wells was kidnapped by aliens. The aliens were white, but you know, Mississippi child. Like, what are you talking about? That's legit what TikTokers are like about this story. And it's just like, are you nuts? Yeah. So my point with all the Wyatt and Warren and all that situation and them hiring an attorney and the whole Blinternet trying to shame them out of it or act like they did something wrong, they're not gonna fire him or stop associating with him because you all don't like it. Actually, you all not liking it is a sign to them that they're doing things the right way. That's what I would say. A lot of you are just upset because you're not going to be able to continue to bully them. You're not going to be able to just say things recklessly about any of them, because at this point, all of the major players have a lawyer now. You guys.
I think somebody else got arrested as well. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on a second. He about done anyway.
It's for the tip.
I was going to show you something from Joy Reid. That's not going to happen. I'm trying to see if I can find it real quick. Let me play the next video with Whitlock, and then no, actually, let me go to this one. This is the news. WLOX. Lord, it says Wells family, Ben Crump and Reverend Al Sharpton answer question on Nolan Wells' death investigation. This is from yesterday. Lord have mercy. Ain't nobody got time for all this bullshit. Is this the same thing? Hold on. Because they were up here on this panel. So this is something different. Lord have mercy. All right, let's play this mess. Lord help your people. Help me get through this. Dre, thank you, boo. He said Mississippi Community College. So the HBCU nearby didn't step up to the phone investigation. Oh, who's the nearby HBCU? There's an HBCU in Mississippi. Is that what you're saying? Who is it? I don't even be knowing, child. I don't even be knowing. Gemini, thank you, boo, for the silver star. I see you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not gonna be sitting here 45 minutes with this. I'll tell you that right now. But let's see what foolishness that they got going on over here, child. Now you got Al Sharpton touching a child. They love touching this woman. I don't care what nobody says. There's a lot of touching be going on. A lot of touching.
Cases around the country that have raised serious questions with racial overtones.
Of course.
Attorney Crump and I,
he can't stop. He can't help himself. Jackson's
going tomorrow. Well, I'm doing a eulogy for a young black man in Madison, Wisconsin, homeless, and they say had a knife, and there's the tape of him being shot.
Ruiz. So they work in tandem now because, you know, Crump went down there to Wisconsin to work on the Ruiz case that they're calling a black man. Child, in a day where men can call themselves women and women can call themselves men, no wonder we are in this damn predicament right here. Not specific to them, but period, right? So that's what happened. It's on tape. Ben had to run his ass on down there, put the kid in front of everybody talking about how wonderful of a father he was, even though he allegedly was a deadbeat, homeless, and out on the streets. But now all of a sudden, he need a GoFundMe listed. Ben down there saying that it's racism. Now they having a funeral. Al got to come speak. Now, what the hell does Al know about Ruiz? Anything? Bueller? What did he know about Nolan? Anything? Bueller. So he gonna go down there and fan the flames of racism because that's what he does. But whatever, part of the culture, I guess, even when you're not black. So now they're gonna take anybody, regardless of you black or not.
3 cops surrounding him, shot and killed, 4 shots. And these cases building up in a climate of an administration in Washington that we cannot.
And in order to really get you all riled up, there's always the mention of Donald Trump.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
And y'all willingly continue to follow these people. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Will objectively investigate. There was a time that we could say if state authorities fail us, we can go to the Justice Department. Even under George Bush, we went to the Justice Department. We, at this point, have to hope that one, we can deal with civil courts, or secondly, that there's a balance of power with the Democrats taking the House in November.
Oh, now we want to talk the politics, which is what I said. Shout out to me being right yet again. Let's start bringing the politics in. It's time to make sure that those DSA don't take over, because then that means that the real regular Democrats won't be able to get all the money that they used to. They now gonna have to share it with them DSAs. So let's make sure we bring it in. Let's throw in Donald Trump so that everybody gets scared, particularly the blacks, and you be scared of the white people, and you be scared of white men, and then you think that all Republicans are racist. There's never any racism over here on the Democratic side, right? Never any of that.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Same shit, different day.
And maybe the Judiciary Committee under that can at least put a check and balance on cases that need to be investigated. But we are right now where we have 2 parents, lovely parents, I've gotten to know them, that really don't have an answer to a question. Is it a civil rights violation or not? And we do not know. How do you trust the words of people that say immediately there was no foul play when you haven't even investigated whether it was foul play? How do you trust people that come back from something that happened and never really give you a straight story of what happened, including you have the keys to the car? So when you have more questions than answers, you have to have people that will drive the answers out, and that's what we do. And that's why I've been involved, and that's why we stay involved. And it gets worse and worse and worse. The parent of one of the boys threatening to sue us for asking a question. Imagine that now. Some of y'all call.
And y'all sitting here listening to this nigga. They want to sue us for answering the question. Yeah, nah, it's not that, Al. It's not that. You got enough money. You've grifted enough over the years. You good.
What do you feel about the parents? One of the boys said he's going to sue you and Ben Crump. Sue us for what? For saying what happened? So we've gone back that far.
Oh, so Al knows what happened. Let's pay attention. For saying what? What happened? Oh, who knew that Al knew? Well, then if he has the answers, Wamsleys, why aren't you satisfied? I'm confused. Al said he knows. Al said he knows. Make it make sense, trolls. Make it make sense. Al said he knows what happened. For saying what happened? Oh yeah, that's why you on the list, Al, because you don't know. And right along with caricature, you just saying shit.
And that is why we're going to stand with these parents, because usually, you know, I come from Brooklyn, New York. I was born and raised there. I don't come from the South. But my mother used to bring me down south to my grandmother in Dothan, Alabama. And Congressman, my grandmother told me, you see that pen over there? I said, yeah. She said, that's a pen of hogs and pigs. I said, yes, ma'am. She said,
now he always talking about his stories, child. This is not about you. Does no one else notice that but me? He always want to talk about his life. Nigga, hurry up. That's why this shit lasts so damn long.
Always know something. If you take this, we have something. And we're going to stay on that. And we're going to stay on it all the way. In light of that, before attorney, and I call him the Attorney General of Black America, gives us the legal basis, and then we hear from the parents. Congresswoman who lived herself through dealing with the whole tragedy of her own son. That's how we met. On a plane. She was a flight attendant at the time. And she stopped me on the plane and said, well, now, why are you dealing with my son's case?
This brings back so many vivid memories for me and my own family.
All right, I don't want to hear from her either. All right, let's hear Mush Mouth, the other Mush Mouth.
Thank you so much, Mentor. Reverend.
Child, they starting to look alike. Look at that. They starting to look alike.
Family, thank you for helping not only
them heads is clean. Y'all better go.
The effort to get to the truth, but keeping this family in your prayers as you have done so many more families, giving them support. I'm Attorney Ben Crump, along with Attorney Eric Hurt's family of Nolan Wells and Elmore Wiseman. And this is hard. I heard Congresswoman Macbeth, who lost her son Jordan almost 12 years ago, and it's still raw and emotional when you hear her talk about the loss of a child. I mean, he's not coming back, and that is the story. Everything else is just, you know, hyperbole, is distraction. The story is what happened to Nolan Wells. Somebody knows something.
Sir, that's a question. That's not a story, that's a question.
Somebody saw something. I'm thankful to Reverend Al Sharpton and Mr. Tyler Perry and Terrell Owens and Byron Allen putting up these rewards. I understand others have now put up rewards, and that's good because that means we all have.
Oh yeah, it's good when the blacks put up awards and money out there. It's all good in the hood when blacks do it, but when white people do it, it's racist. They should just sit and take it. Y'all do understand that's what they're saying, right?
Have the same objective. We want the truth about what happened to Nolan Wells, and it is urgent. It is urgent because each day that goes by, you worry, will we ever get to the truth? And so that's why we want to thank CBC for calling on the federal authorities and anybody else who has resources to help this family get to the truth.
So that's why it keeps getting raised by 100,000 because it's just not enough resources, y'all. The Ben has solved it. The reason why it keeps getting increased another 100,000, another 100,000, another 100,000 because they need resources. Now, since people donate money to everything, I don't understand outside of the GoFundMe what the resources are for, but let's go ahead and make sure, okay, that y'all keep donating money because they need the resources, okay? All you trolls, get on over there to the GoFundMe. Let's go ahead and see where it's at. Let's see. Let me refresh. $852,291. They're now 90% to their $950,000 goal. All right. Help them, help you. Help them, help you. Okay. All right. Dre, appreciate you, hon. He said, hire attorney Nathan Wade. Shout out to Nathan Wade. He'd crack the case and get to the bottom of it. No pun intended. Definitely pun intended.
She was fucking his best friend. So, you know, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
You're too rude against your own people, sister. How? You want my attention? You got it. How am I rude against my own people? Who's my own people? Who? Let's get specific. Who's my own people? Who? I'm an owl now. Who? 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 Talk. Come on now. Come on now. Who? 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 Who's my people? Who are you talking about? Oh, now you want to get quiet? Now you want to get quiet? Come on now, you wanted my attention. You got it. Who are my people, sis? This is probably who it is, though.
Black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
Nah. Cat got your tongue? Cat got your tongue? Yeah, see, this be the problem with most of y'all. Y'all just sitting up here saying shit. You don't know shit about me, and you don't know who my people are. Because I'm gonna tell you right the fuck now, Ben Crump ain't nothing to me. Al Sharpton ain't shit to me either. Fuck that nigga, both of them. Because all they do is grift off of black people's pain, specifically black men. Are they out here doing shit beforehand? Not a GD thing, except for telling you that you need to be scared of white people and that Democrats are wonderful people and you need to vote for them even though they ain't doing shit for you. But you should go ahead and make sure you vote for them because that's what Al just said somewhere just recently and said, we need to get the right people. He just said it here. We need to get the right people in. So all these years that he been saying that this is the right Democrat and that's the right Democrat, they weren't the right Democrats, and all of a sudden he know what the right Democrat is now? Because he wants you to be scared? Because y'all be bitch asses and scared? Because if you are a scared bitch, you're not my people. All the people that listen to Ricky Smiley and D.L. Hughley and believe them, especially when they sitting up here talking about, you got to be scared of white people. No, those aren't my people. Those are bitch asses. Any grown ass man, any grown ass black man that's sitting up here with Ricky Smiley saying that they are scared of white men, you are a bitch ass. Ain't no way that any man that I know would ever say that shit. If you are scared of white people in 2026, you are the problem. And that's what these niggas want you to be, so that you can do what they need you to do, so that they continue to get paid money when they deliver the next Democrat. Y'all don't even be paying the fuck attention. This is all at this point about fucking politics because they want you to be scared of Donald Trump. They want you to be scared of white people, and it works on y'all. And that's why they continue to do it. And that's why they continue to control y'all. Exactly. And you fall for it. You sit up here talking about white people, but you're supporting Don Lemon that goes home to a white man. You supporting all these black women that are married to white men, and y'all ain't got no problem with none of that. As long as some white person is saying what you want, oh, that white person's okay. That white one's okay. As long as they say what I want them to say, it's okay. Y'all sat up here and had all this issue with your Biden. Remember the crime bill? Let's go ahead and talk about the crime bill and the mass incarceration and all the black men that got put in jail because of Joe Biden and the crime bill. But y'all certainly wanted Joe Biden up in that damn office. Y'all certainly bigged up that nigga. Y'all certainly followed Clyburn when he said, go vote for Joe Biden, got his ass on in there. And what did y'all get from Joe Bueller? Some of y'all did get your student loans waived. I just paid all my shit off. Some of y'all did get your student loans waived, but enough of y'all didn't. You know what else they got that y'all didn't get? All them 300,000 that got them jobs that wasn't shit. And so when Trump came in, they gonna say it's racism, and what it is fake ass jobs, because those people, D9 and the Boule, got something for your deliverance. They got something for your deliverance to vote for Democrats. That's what this is about, and that's why Al is bringing it up now. That's what he's always been about, besides his grift with the race. But y'all can see whatever the hell it is that you want to see and keep being scared of white people. But it really is pretty disgusting that at this point in life, in 2026, after all the civil rights, after all the affirmative actions, after all the struggle, after everything that the ancestors have done, that y'all are still at a point in 2026 that you really saying out of your mouth and agreeing and listening to Ricky fucking Smiley to say that you got to be scared of white people is really disgusting. You're really sad. And if you are a person that believes those motherfuckers, you are not my people, because my people are people that think, that use their fucking brains, that don't be led by motherfuckers that don't have their best interest at heart, that's not sitting around here listening to people that can barely even fucking speak and enunciate. But then again, you are the people that probably think that that black man that's saying that your kids is dumb as a box of rocks, you think it's his fucking fault, because nobody, let me not say nobody, enough of y'all don't even have respect for black men. That's why you can toss them the fuck aside, and you like these low testosterone males that don't act like they have any backbone, that don't act like they have any fucking testosterone, and that's who the hell it is that you would rather support. People with pink hair, orange hair, nose rings coming out of their fucking nose. Yeah, that dude is gay, the Mexican tie or whatever. But I can listen to what it is that he says. Y'all won't even listen to the other side, so you don't even have a formulated opinion. You just listen to people like Caricature and this nigga, these Al too, because they saying what they know that they can say to you to get you in line. You're in line with them, so line it the fuck on up. Guess the fuck what? I'm not required, and there's nothing in the law that says that I gotta follow anything that Ben fucking Crump says, Al fucking Sharpton says, any of them other niggas that I didn't name, and any of them motherfuckers that are aligned to D9 and the Democrats. There's no law that says that I have to be. Those motherfuckers don't give a damn about me, and if you really think about it, they don't give a fuck about you. But keep listening to them, okay? See what changes for y'all's asses. Y'all be concentrating on the wrong shit and be in the same situation every damn year. Then you want to say that it's racism. No, it's dummism. Love Ann, thank you for the Silver Star Jewels. I appreciate you, boo. JB, thank you for the Sparkle Jewels. I appreciate you, boo. Shout out to Tadisha, our code cracker around here. Thank you, boo. She said, trolls, these people are not our people. These are your people exclusively. I said that. I meant that. Exactly, girl. You can have them. I ain't going to fight you for them. I'm not going to talk about you about them. I'm going to talk about them. But y'all, if that's what you want to support them. I don't give a fuck. I'm not even talking about Nolan and his family. I'm talking about the same old people that's doing the same old grift since decades ago. Al Sharpton been doing this shit for decades. The baby shaking minister, lead attorney said what would happen in that Carmelo case, and he was right, because they're being led by grifters like the baby shaking minister. And y'all will still listen to the wrong people. Y'all probably listen to Jamal Bryant too. Yes, they're black, and yes, they are a problem. They do not give a damn about the community at the community level. They care about it at the deliverance level. Y'all believe what the fuck you want, and I'm gonna do the same. You ain't never gonna make me feel bad for using my motherfucking brain. Fuck all of them, okay? Dre, I appreciate you again, hun. He said the whole Cam, Kentanji, Carrie Jean Pierre are all married to Caucasians. Isn't that interesting? But it's okay, because they stars, okay? And the stars don't ever do shit wrong, and they definitely take care of you, gentlemen, right? You're respected all the time, right? You're not blamed for everything, right? Every day you get some nicety from some woman, some black woman that shows and proves that she cares about you before you're dead or you go to jail, right? Y'all can confirm or deny. They be taking care of y'all before you die and before you go to jail, right?
No, black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
Thank you, Tamara. Thank you for the high five, Jules. Appreciate you, boo. Dante, I appreciate you for the 100 Jules. Thank you so much. Delo, thank you so much for the 100 Jules. I appreciate you. Dante, thank you for the W Jules. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome sauce. Kimmy, I appreciate the trophy cake for 1,000 Jules. Thank you so much, hon. I see you. I appreciate you. Locked and loaded up in here. Thank you, boo, for the poop. Love the poop always and forever. Jarika up in here. Thank you for the floating heart, boo. I see you. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you, for the Uncle Alert. I appreciate you for the 440 jewels. You guys and these jewels, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Hopefully it's showing up. I'm not able to see it, but I appreciate you. Dante, thank you for the mic drop jewels, 600 jewels. I appreciate you, hon. Thank you so much. Shout out to Tadisha with another 5. She said, Negro code book, especially for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here so that you can decipher the code for us, because child, clearly, I don't get it. What we not gonna do over here is sit up here. That's how Tiffany Henyard got into office. Shout out to Big Tiff. Hopefully she wins. Honestly, I really hope she wins down in Atlanta. I really hope that she wins, because she black and y'all black. Forget her. Forget the past. Forget what she did down there in Dalton Thornton Township. She black, you black. Put her back up in there. And when shit comes up awry, I'm gonna just say awry. We're going to be like Rolly says, I try to tell y'all, but whatever. Anyway, Black Bambi. Okay, Black Bambi. That's a new name. Thank you so much, Boo. Thank you for the Uncle Alert, the 440 jewels. I see you. I appreciate you. All right, they got about 5. Can we get to the parent speaker, John?
About what happened to their son. I know I was talking to Christian Clark, and she said, no, let's make sure that all taxpayers' money that goes to support federal resources apply to our children too. I mean, let's say that nobody should say, oh, it doesn't matter that much because it's a black child. No, it matters. All of our children matter. And so we are.
Oh, Ben says all of our children matter. Ben says that all of our children matter, y'all. Remember this. Because for some reason, I only seem to see him when the black people, he said children, but I'm going to say black people, are taken on up out of here by the oppressor or white people. That's the only time I seem to see him. Have y'all seen him anywhere else? Maybe I missed the meeting, child. Haynes, thank you so much for the clock and jewels. I see you. I appreciate you. RBN, I see you. I'm clipping the sound like an owl. Not a surprise. Not a surprise. Wombat. Shout out to Wombat in the building. I know you ain't trying to put her on us. I'm going to fund Tiff next campaign when she comes up to where you stay at. Listen, I will come down. If she wins, I will definitely come down to Atlanta. I'm coming anyway, but I'm gonna come back when she wins because I need to go ahead and donate to her campaign. I'm all for it. I'm all for Big Tiff in the win. Chris Cross, thank you for the silver star. I see you. I appreciate you.
Going to continue every day to say his name, Attorney Hertz, Attorney Park, Attorney Smith, trying to work with the local district attorney to give them what they need to do a thorough, fair, full, impartial investigation. That's what we're asking for. Everything else is just a distraction because Nolan's birthday is next Wednesday, August 19th. It is going to be extremely difficult for his mother, his father, his family. Because this August 19th will be like no other that they've ever had for the last 19 years. I mean, it's a milestone when your child gets to be 18 years old. You try to breathe a little easier.
Oh my God! Shut up!
We almost got.
Can't stand him.
Wednesday.
Too close to her again. Too close to her again.
And it's as the days gets closer, it's definitely getting harder. That realization is really sinking in that we don't have our son physically here anymore. And I think a lot of people have forgotten. Only thing we want to know is what happened. That's all we want to know is what happened to our son.
Give the phone up and go talk to the people that you think did it. How about that? There you go.
Because many parents out there, you still have your children. You still can hug them. You still can call them. You still can celebrate their life with them. And we do not have that anymore.
That's the baby shaking minister. That's who we call the baby shaking minister in the Carmelo case.
Our lives have forever changed. This new normal is something I would never wish on anyone, not even my worst enemy. The hurt that we feel daily, the conversations that we have to have, not just with each other, but also with our other children as they are grieving as well. So we ask that everyone, please, next Wednesday, join us in prayer. As for us as a family, but also too for everyone out there, but especially for Nolan and the process that we're going through. And again, we thank you so much.
Oh, Elmore.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who's constantly keeping our son's story in the forefront. You don't know how
You're welcome, Elmore. You're welcome.
much we really appreciate that. Nolan brought life to our family. He was the fun in it. And with his birthday coming up, like my wife said, we have to deal with a new normal. Who knows what these years are going to bring, but we know that these years, on August 19th, is going to bring a lot of hurt, some laughter as we think about memories. But as far as our family, a very big piece will no longer be there. We just want the truth. We just want to know what any other parent would want to know. We are asking the questions any parent would ask. And if you feel that something's wrong with that, then that's a problem that you have to deal with. But as far as us and our family, we're just asking for truth, transparency, and to please keep us in your prayers Next week is going to be a hard week, and the years follow are going to be hard.
Thank you very much, Christian and Elmore.
Who are you asking for transparency from, though? That would be my question. Who? Because they kind of never say who they looking for this stuff from. Who? They never say anything. And the people that they are basically allowing to be accused of it, go talk to them. Y'all live in the same state. Go talk to them. Even though the police have already talked to them. Crisscross, thank you for the poop. Appreciate you. Why are you not just waiting? Continuing to say this stuff over and over and over again just makes people get all riled up. Yeah, I can't believe they let him speak. You know, the black man got to stay in the back behind the black woman. You know how it go. So at least he got a chance to speak, child. Shout out to Elmore getting a chance to say something about his stepson. Let me go over here to how long has it been? A little over 2.5 hours. Let me go over to Whitlock, because I don't want to hear Ben Crump anymore and watch him seemingly push up on this woman, because I'm sorry, y'all. I just feel like he's too damn close to that woman. That's just what I see. Jason, this is from today, 5 hours ago. Nolan Wells' mom launches political career at Ben Crump's NABJ. Yeah, wrap this all up in one video.
Journalists gave them the room. And on that Forbes stage, they ran Mississippi Burning 2.0 like opening night. Dead teenager.
Have y'all seen Mississippi Burning? I've never seen that. Have y'all seen that movie?
Mississippi zip code, Republican villains, standing ovation optional, hard questions forbidden. Lucy Macbeth was not there by accident. She launched a congressional career off the murder of her son, Jordan Davis, in 2012. Moms Demand Action, Mothers of the Movement, the 2016 DNC, then a House seat in 2018. Grief became a resume. Atlanta was not charity, it was a masterclass.
Step fire, grab the Bible.
This was not the first city on the tour. New York got the National Action Network press conference. Chicago got the NAACP. Nashville got the National Urban League. Atlanta got NABJ. Same dead boy, Nolan Wells, same thin file, same racial upgrade, different letterhead, same product. They are not investigating a drowning. They are booking rooms. Take a listen.
From Brooklyn, New York. I was born and raised there. I don't come from the South. But my mother used to bring me down south to my grandmother in Dothan, Alabama. And Congressman, my grandmother told me, "You see that pen over there?" I said, "Yes." She said, "That's a pen of hogs and pigs." I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Always know something. If you take a brick and you throw it in that pile, the hog that hollers is the hog you hit." There's too much hollering going on in Mississippi that we haven't hit something. I can't figure out which one we hit, but we hit something. Because now they're talking about lawsuits. They're threatening a mother of a child, trying to get her job.
See, none of that's evidence. That's a standing ovation.
Yeah, that's him talking. That's the part that I tried to get rid of, and I still had to listen to it. Lord.
Q. Nolan Wells was 18 years old. He drowned off Horn Island on July 4th. That should have ended with a boy coming home. Tragedy is real. A mother's grief, we hope, is real. What is not real is the automatic upgrade from drowning to national racial murder because the water happened to sit in Mississippi and the local map still has Trump voters on it. That is their evidence package. 2 exhibits. Exhibit A, Nolan drowned.
Oh, Mississippi went to Trump, y'all? Okay, well, then that explains a lot, too. I ain't know that.
In Mississippi. Exhibit B, Mississippi has Trump-supporting politicians. Watch.
They did declare very quickly, as you're noting, that he drowned when his body was recovered on July 6th.
Child, is that the Black Cindy Brady hosting this shit? Oh, Lord help your people. Who knew? Who knew? Did y'all know? Wow. Yeah, I couldn't sit through it. Nope. Thanks, Jason, for doing the work for me.
Mom and dad, and you all know that he is a student athlete, able to swim. On July 4th on Horn Island, it was very crowded. Certainly,
able to swim, because we all know that water, as long as you know how to swim, it never does anything to you.
Suggestion is someone would have seen a child in distress. There is going to be the convening of a grand jury. Now, the DA of this area, Angel Myers.
Okay, so there is going to be a grand jury. So them sitting up here just saying, "Oh, we want his answers," is pointless. It's going to be a grand jury. We got to wait. So all the rest of it is just posturing for posturing's sake.
McElrath is a very out loud proud Republican. If there is a U.S. attorney appointed to this case, it would likely be a Trump appointee. I'm just curious.
That's the whole docket.
Yes, always make sure you toss Trump in there because it gets the black people all riled up and emotional and keeps them where they need y'all to be. Not all of y'all, but enough of y'all.
The state and the political party. Rewind and watch again if you missed the indictment. That is what they put in front of a convention of black journalists.
The same thing. Trump ain't got shit to do with none of this, but they're going to find a way to bring his ass in. Once he comes out of office, I don't know what you're going to do.
And dared anybody in the room to call it thin. The state is the suspect. The party is the motive. The friends on the boat become props in a play. Nobody has to prove, only perform. You do not need a charge sheet when you have a zip code. You do not need a weapon when you have a red county. You do not need a completed autopsy when you have Al Sharpton promising that the local investigation will itself be investigated once Democrats take the House back and stack the judiciary. And every production needs a star. Christine Wells Wansley is not a supporting player in this. She is the lead. Take a listen.
Did y'all see this movie, The Manchurian Candidate? I'm sure you did. These are movies that I just don't watch, y'all. I'm definitely not watching Mississippi Burning because as soon as I saw the first scene, I was like, nope, not going to be able to do it.
In addition to being black journalists, these are mothers and fathers, siblings, cousins, aunts, and uncles of black children. And we see your humanity.
So there really was no need for these people to be here because they're not journalists. So if this is the National Association of Black Journalists, why are the Wamsleys here? Why are the Wamsleys here? They're not journalists. Maybe Jason is right.
We're going to censor that in this conversation. Yeah. I told Christine if we cry on this stage, it's okay, because we're among family.
Amen.
So you take your time.
Soft room, protected lead. The star walks into a theater
that's what they did to Cam. That didn't go well.
Already loves her. Light-skinned Cicely Tyson energy. Sounder posture. Grief costume for the camera. The noble mother the room is trained to protect before the first hard question lands. Remember Sounder? Remember that movie, that 1972 film?
Yeah.
Did not just give Cicely Tyson a role, it made her a star. It earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. America watched a black mother carry dignity through dirt, hunger, and injustice, and the culture crowned the performance holy. That is the template Christine is working, whether by instinct or design. The bowed strength, the moral force field, the face that turns an open file into a commandment. Christine Wells Wansley is studying another path too, Macbeth. I'm sorry, I don't want you to think of Lady Macbeth. Macbeth. She turned a dead son into a national stature in a district. Christine wants the sequel. Same costume, open file, federal thunder, black media as publicist.
Her son was killed in a stand your ground shooting. Read her message to him on what would have been his 25th birthday. Oh, well, I guess we can plan on seeing that on the 19th.
Jordan Davis's killer got a murder conviction in life.
Oh, Jordan Davis. I remember that name.
Nolan's case is still undetermined. The politics do not care. The brand does. Crump supplies the tour. Sharpton supplies the thunder. Christine supplies the tears, the timeline, the Katie denial, the Life 360 beat, and the permission structure that makes skepticism feel like cruelty. That is power. That is casting. A mother's pain can be real and still be used. In Atlanta, she was not merely mourning. She was headlining the emotional engine that lets thin evidence pass as holy writ and lets black media applaud the performance instead of testing it. Al Sharpton crowned Crump the Attorney General of Black America. Macbeth named Kash Patel and demanded a full federal probe. Crump booked a national day of prayer on August 19th, Nolan's birthday, and name dropped Tyler Perry, T.O.
Oh, he done already booked something for the child's birthday? Wow. I know y'all are okay with that, right? The trolls are okay with that. It's okay. You can celebrate his birthday. Yeah, they can do whatever they want. Everybody else got to shut the fuck up and give their lives up to these people. Yeah, nah, this is getting to be too much now. I don't disagree with what he's saying.
When Byron Allen reward money like producers reading the financing slate. Then he restocked the inventory with other names so the tour never goes dark. This was not a press availability. This was a backers audition. And NABJ set for it in the same way. National Action Network, the NAACP, and the Urban League set for it. 4 stops, 1 script, no proof required at the door. Ask yourself why they brought this circus to a journalist convention instead of a courtroom with a closed evidentiary record. Because a courtroom asks for proof. A convention of black media in their read will lap the racial plot without a shred.
All to get Democrats in this mid elections about to come up. They're going to take advantage. Wash, rinse, repeat. He's right. The first thing I said is, what the hell are they doing at an NABJ conference? There's no need for them to be there. Then they showed up at Jamal's church down there in the ATL. Now they got all this money up to do a national day of prayer for Nolan Wells. The play is right in so many people's faces and they refuse to see it. This is wild, y'all. Predictable, same old, same old. Shout out to Al Sharpton. Shout out to Al Sharpton. Shout out to him, child.
Of it. They walked in believing the black press would not interrogate the show. It would co-produce it. Clap for the monologue. Amplify the federal demand. Treat every unanswered question as a lynching and every Republican office holder as a co-conspirator. Protect the mother on stage the way a theater protects its lead. Mississippi Burning 2.0 needs critics who already love the genre. It does not need editors. Take a listen.
Say Nolan's name.
Amen.
Say his name. Lift his name. And as the national Black journalist of this country, you have the ability to be able to lift this story and not let it die. We see
lift this story and not let it die, at least not until mid-November, child. Okay? Don't let this story die. So listen, Elmore said, we glad that y'all talking about it. Elmore said, we just heard him say that we want y'all to keep talking about it. So to those that don't like it, go to Caricature, go to Frigidaire, child, go to Black Cindy Brady. I don't care, because Elmore said to keep talking about it. And I will listen to that man, that black man that they put in the back. They want to shove him away because they want to make sure that the crying mother, just like Jason is saying, the light-skinned crying mother can be seen with her tears so that everyone can feel sorry for her. And you can continue to give money, and then you continue to support, and you can make sure that you get out there on the national day of Nolan's birthday, day of prayer, and then you make sure that this is going to not go away so that they can take it into the midterms, because you know them Republican white people want to do all this lynching to black people down there in the deep state down there in Mississippi, child. Yeah, Lawrence, her phenotype is black even though she's Asian, and Nolan was Asian as well. We still don't know who his father is. Has anybody figured that out yet? Shout out to Wayne Lundy with another 20. I appreciate you, boo. He said, yes, the Manchurian Candidate is and was good. Denzel played another great role. I've been tapped back into Black Hawk Dawn, Tears of the Sun, and just got done watching Civil War. I'm prepping for these demon rats. Those are all things that my husband would watch. It's just not the thing for me. Maybe I can sit through a Denzel, but Mississippi Burning, y'all, I can't do it. I can't do it. But shout out to y'all for the support. Guys, what y'all supposed to do. Support the blacks, okay? Support the blacks, including these ones, okay? This is your, the black, you guys is black, what is it called? The AG for the black people. Just because Al said it, then everybody just, Lord have mercy. I just don't get it.
Over and over again, these kinds of tragedies in our communities that continue to happen. And they make it to CNN. They make it to MSN now. They make it to our local news.
Now, did they get this logistics from down in Dalton? Remember when we used to watch Dalton and Thornton Township and the microphones were ass?
Or maybe 30 days, is that? And then the stories are gone. And the carnage is left with the families and the communities to have lost someone that they love.
Child, how can Christine's father be Nolan's father? You trying to say that the mom and the son have the same father? I know that's not what you're trying to say. What are you trying to say? I'm sorry. I'm trying to hear what it is that you're trying to say. Did we see him at the funeral? That's what I want to know. Did we see any of the Asians family at the funeral? I don't recall seeing any. The funeral pep rally, my bad.
I just want to be clear. That's Macbeth. That's the woman that used her son, Jordan Davis, and the tragedy around him to appear from out of nowhere.
That's who this is. She don't even look like that same woman in that picture.
And ended up getting a 6-year run in Congress. She's there for a reason. That's a stage direction, not a press question. It is not random casting. Macbeth knows exactly what a dead black son can buy in American politics. She is not only lifting a family, she is recruiting the next mother into the pipeline, and Christine is auditioning for the part. Real journalists ask real questions nobody's supposed to ask. Who has Nolan's phone? Why has that handset not been fully surrendered for a forensic exam while the same operation screams for thorough investigation? What exactly converts a drowning and a political map into proof that Nolan Wells' friends killed him? Why does Horn Island get federal land thunder while 7 kids at a reflecting pool get cuffs? And why is selective outrage treated as moral clarity instead of product management? And why does Christine's star turn get a shield when the digital record still sits in the orbit of the people selling the plot? Crump's lawyers talks a July 15th DA meeting, confidential cooperation, a joint one-time download, logistics waiting. Fine, put it all in the record. Hand the phone over. Stop managing the digital evidence from the press conference side of the table. You cannot sell cover-up with one hand and hold the handset with the other. That is
Yeah, they most definitely ain't doing nothing but being on the internet. But we're the problem. Even though Elmore said to keep talking about it. So now I am effed up in the head, I'm going to hell. Don't forget you are black. I don't forget I'm black. Y'all forget that the pro-blacks that you listen to really don't give a damn about you while they go home to their white people, but y'all okay with that. That's okay, but I'm a problem because I'm not saying what you want me to say. Don't forget you are black to them too. I don't care about white people. White people, calm down. I don't give a fuck what white people think. Y'all worrying about what white people think. I don't give a fuck about what white people think. Y'all are worried about them. You people like you are worried about white people. I'm not. I don't give a damn. I don't go outside and be like, oh, where the white people at? You can be a bitch ass like Ricky Smiley. This must be Ricky Smiley's daughter. This is a low testosterone male with this comment. That's hidden by YouTube, so y'all can't see it. Mods can see it, but y'all can't see it. But this is a pro-black talking about me. This is what I'm saying about pro-blacks. They only are pro-black as long as you say what they want you to say. This is the same thing as what they accuse white people of, specifically the racists. They do the same thing, but they're better than everybody else because of what they think. That's how cults are formed. So they don't like you not being on code. We know Tadisha's not here, but not on code because you don't agree with what we say and you black too and they don't like you. Great. You don't like me and you're black. So tell me the difference, Bueller. Tell me the difference. You're black and you don't like me. They white and they don't like me. The last thing I'm ever concerned about is someone liking me. I know you're new here. Let me tell you. Last thing I'm ever concerned with is who don't like me. Because there's plenty of people that I don't like. And listening to you, you're definitely a person that I don't like. But then they threaten. This is what black people do. So now he's threatening me, saying, you're black too. So when your day comes, that's a threat, y'all. Don't ask for help. I beg for the black community. Child, the black community would not come and help me. Don't even worry about it. People like you. Those that are in my community that happen to be black, I know that they would. So I'm not worried about you. But you might want to be careful, over here threatening people. You probably need to calm the fuck down. That's not, that's not good here on YouTube. YouTube don't play them games, all right? Play that shit someplace else. But y'all don't want to listen. Y'all keep listening to Ben Crump and them, and you'll find out sooner rather than later. And I'm not saying anything threatening. I'm talking about the fact that, trust me when I tell you, I believe that YouTube ain't going to be playing these games much longer. I don't know about TikTok. But I'm telling you, YouTube already strict the fuck enough. You think they're going to continue to put up with this bullshit? They're not. I'm telling you. And if you don't think that white Carl Cox lawyer who worked for Trump, because that triggers y'all for some reason, you think that he hasn't already at minimum gone to the heads of these companies? All right, y'all. Whatever you say. Shout out to Wayne Lundy with another 5. He says somebody in here is the daddy. Who's fessing up? Who is the father? Anybody? Who says that? You are not the father. What is his name? That said, what is the man's name? Maury Povich. Maury Povich sat around talking about you not the father to 90+% black people. Y'all sat around and watched that show and laughed and cried and made fun of people. Now y'all trying to come through, trying to be moral, talking about what black people should do. You wasn't saying nothing about that shit when it was happening, and it was black woman after 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 black woman with the same shit showing the whoredom, talking about, oh, this one, oh no, he not the father, oh, this one, oh, he not the father, oh, this one, oh, he not the father, and y'all ate that shit up. Child, y'all sat up there and gave that white man all that money and his Asian wife, living up off of black people. But I'm the problem? See, y'all don't really want to point out what the real problems are because y'all don't want to face the fucking facts. Y'all just want to be led. Well, y'all be led by all those motherfuckers. Nobody leads me except for the man that married me. You heard? I know y'all don't know much about that, but that's how that shit works. But for all the feminists, I know that y'all don't like to hear shit like that because you don't like to listen to no men. And like I said, and we've proven today, these motherfuckers don't give a damn about none of y'all sassy straights, the black ones, until you are deceased or you are a criminal. They do not have this much fervor for y'all when you are alive. They don't do this much work for y'all when you are alive, when you are working, when you are out there doing the damn thing. They disparage you. They talk about you. They tell you you ain't shit. You ain't got shit. You ain't about shit. You ain't doing shit. You ain't going nowhere but shit. Soon as you die, oh, he was so great. Where the money reside? Say I'm lying. Every single time. No thanks when you're here. No thanks when you're alive. All it is 50-50 and you got to do this and you got to make $1 million and we make more money and you need to listen to women and this and that and this and that. And then you got bitches that come out here and finally admit.
No, Black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
And that's why relationships got issues. Child, we could go on for days with this. Y'all already know. Don't put this much. As much as they're putting it. Who is Cindy Brady married to, y'all? Who her man? Bueller? Who? Oh, okay. Okay. But listen to her. Is that girl, child, is that girl that was on the podcast with her? Is she married? You know who I'm talking about? What's her name? Can't keep up with all these damn people. Who? But Cindy Brady had the nerve to tell y'all, if you Kevin Samuels, Sharika, she flowers, don't get behind, but what the women? Because that's where y'all belong, underneath their feet. That's where they want y'all. That's where they tell y'all to be. Thank you, Angela Rye. Oh, she's dating Jalen Rose. So in other words, no, she's not married. But she up here.
It's for the tip.
D9 and Boule, as they all are. Y'all don't want to look at that connection. You want to ignore. You want to listen to Rolly Roll. Y'all want to ignore what's going on with him and his big bubblicious woman that he having an affair with. Y'all don't care about none of that because he's telling you what you want to hear. Trump is bad. Trump is bad. White people are racist and we should be scared of white people. Live your life. All that shit that y'all talk is just shit talking. These people don't give a damn about none of us. This is the same shit, different tragedy to deliver y'all's asses. And that's why, Al is starting to talk to it. That's why Rolly is now putting out his PSAs that he keeps putting out over on Instagram, starting to talk to it. You got to vote like your life depended on it. You're getting lynched every day. We're getting lynched every day. You got to make sure you vote. You got to vote for the people that take care of you. You got to vote for the party that takes care of you. Please, I wish the fuck I would listen to Ricky Smiley. If there weren't so many grifters, then there would be no need to talk about this many people. Just because y'all don't want to see it, that's a you problem. But you don't tell me what to do. None of you motherfuckers tell me what to do and how I'm supposed to react, act, or live. You live how you want, I'll do the same. We don't have to agree. I am not a slave. You are a slave to them. I am not. I will vote whoever the fuck I want to vote for. And I will support whoever the fuck it is that I want to support. You think whatever you want. You know not what the fuck it is that you're talking about because you're too busy being led. The actual slaves that you are listening to these people who continue to play the same game every single election season.
Builds the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you.
We're done. We're done. We're finished.
Yeah, that would be all of y'all that's still talking your shit. You make sure you listen to your master's child, DL, or Clown L, I should say, Rolly Roll, Larry Reed's joining the party now, child, even Cam, child, AOC, Ma'am, Damn B. Don't think it's just black people, it's all of these socialists because y'all want stuff for free. So listen to the people that claim they're gonna give you something for free.
We like free
free stuff. So we came out here to get all this free stuff. But then the car saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are Black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
Gene, thank you so much for the very, very, very generous super chat, hun. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here as usual. Shout out to Dante for the 100 jewels. Thank you, boo. Shout out to BT. Thank you, honey. Said, I love when Michonne says, you heard? Child, I don't even remember saying it, but thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Shout out to Rachel. I appreciate you, boo. She said, Messi is spitting facts about the Maury show. Child, I didn't even watch that show, but everybody knows what that mess was about. I don't even understand how people could watch it over and over and over again. The most degenerate shit for the community, for Black people, for Black women, and they allowed it. Just like when they say, Vlad is a culture vulture. Vlad is a culture vulture. And yet continue to go on over there on his damn show. Only Black people basically going on that show. But Vlad's a culture vulture. Vlad is a culture vulture. Well, the culture is vulturish too, because they keep going over there. Thank you, hon. I think he pays people, so that's probably why, including that fool ass that don't like Black women himself, Clown L. Shout out to Elliot. Thank you for the flower, hun. I appreciate you. The flower jewels. Shout out to Kevin in the building. Thank you for the gold coin jewels. I appreciate you. Aquarius, thank you for the finger heart. Jules, I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all. If you are normal, subscribe. If you are new here, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the dislike button. All views matter. So if y'all want to be angry and stay. I don't give a damn. It all works at the end of the damn day.
Not advocacy. That is custody of the plot. They need this case open. An open case justifies the tour. The tour justifies the National Action Network, the NAACP, the Urban League, and the National Association of Black Journalists slot. The NABJ slot justifies CBC letter. The letter justifies the federal demand. The federal demand keeps the cameras warm until the next city. Christine's face keeps the room obedient. Closed cases do not travel. Resolved facts do not need a national day of...
I need to listen to the divestors. I need to listen to the divestors about this. I got to see if they're talking about it, because they talk a lot about colorism. So, excuse me, I have heard them talk about the fact that she's Asian, and they say they don't understand it. But I gotta go back and cover off on them to see what they're saying now that this stuff is being pointed out. We've already seen it, but now people like Jason and them are putting it together to put it out there on a higher level.
Prayer as marketing. Uncertainty is the fuel. Mississippi is the set design. Republican politicians are the costume department. The dead boy is the poster. The mother is the star who makes the poster unassailable. Black kids die every day. Violence eats them in cities that never earn a plenary, a Sharpton code bill, or a 7-day ultimatum to the FBI. Those deaths do not fit the Broadway package.
And ain't nobody that's getting elected doing anything about it. But y'all, it's white people. That's the problem. They be telling you who to vote for every single season because they don't think that you're smart enough. And I'm going to have to agree. If it don't apply, let it fly. If it's you, do something then, okay? Meaning change what you're doing and stop listening to people that don't have your best interest at heart. No one is going to deliver something to you that says this is for you because you Black. That's just not how it works. Just because they say that somebody is racist don't mean that they are, but y'all got all your faith in Joe Biden. Y'all had all your faith in Joe Biden. Y'all been talking about that nigga for I don't even know how long. Y'all still voted him in and was doing your damnedest to get his ass back in like this.
The total initiative relative to what we can do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump? I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
That's never gonna get old. Oh, D up in here. Thank you for the sunshine, Jules. Boo, Rose, I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to y'all. I'm about done though, y'all. We're going on 3 hours and I got to eat. You know how I go. Yes to living well. Thank you so much for the flower, Jules. I appreciate you. I think he's about to bring his girl on, so let me give him until she comes on, then I'm done with this.
They do not cast as clean. They do not indict a whole state on arrival. So the machine goes where the narrative is, easy, and the media room is friendly. The supply of proven racial murder does not meet the demand for racial product. When the shelf is empty, they merchandise a drowning and call the skeptics traitors to the race. NABJ should be embarrassed. A journalist association is not stop 4 on a grievance tour. Journalists are not co-producers. They are not dramaturg for Ben Crump's traveling company. They are not stage managers for Al Sharpton's midterm monologue. They are not publicists for Christine Wells Wansley's sounder audition for Congress. Their job is to press the people holding the microphone, especially when those people are famous, fluent, grieving on cue, and morality fashionable. If the hardest question in that room was how loud the applause should be, then the black press did not cover Crump's sequel to Mississippi Burning. It starred in it. Follow the transaction. Crump and Sharpton did not go to NABJ because the evidence was strong. They went because they believed the audience was soft. Same bet they made in New York, Chicago, and Nashville. 2 thin exhibits, Mississippi Water, Republican Power, a mother cast as untouchable lead in the Cicely Tyson tradition, and a room trained to hear racism the way a theater hears a cue. 4 cities, 2 thin exhibits, a congresswoman who productized Jordan Davis, and a mother who wants to be the next Lucy McBath. This is political maneuvering in a funeral dress. That is not journalism. That is collaboration. And collaboration in a racial grift does not become noble because the producers are black and the set is draped in justice language. And over the phone, work the evidence, charge a crime if the facts support a crime, stop laundering the open file through a 4-city tour and calling the ovation a verdict. Nolan Wells deserves the truth. He does not deserve to be Act 2 of Mississippi Burning 2.0 for men who eat on unfinished stories and a mother willing to headline the run. And black media deserves a mirror. If you will not ask Crump Sharpton and Christine Wells Wansley the questions that could kill the show, you are not the press. You are the cast. That is my Harmony Firestarter. I couldn't, when I saw this yesterday, and when I saw Jordan Davis's mama there, and I saw her little, he's murdered in 2012, killed by a white man, and from out of nowhere, what is it, 7 years later, she's in Congress? This is so crystal clear what they're trying to do with Christine Wells Wansley. So crystal clear. Why they're taking her on this tour. Why they need this thing dragged out.
She's going to deliver the blacks. She's going to deliver the blacks.
Is so they can build a platform to put this woman in Congress so she can be the next Jasmine Crockett. The next.
Well, we'll see if she goes into politics or not. I personally think she likes social media, but this is an early decision, and I didn't think of what he's saying. But definitely, she is here to deliver the blacks for the midterms.
Unqualified person who
here because of Crump and Sharpton and all the rest that can see what they can get from it. Because before this, they wasn't getting shit, y'all. They was having a tough ass time, difficulty with blacks saying that they would vote for Cam. I mean, I know she's not on midterms, but Cam is saying that she's going to run. AOC is saying that she's going to run, allegedly. But they already having problems with the socialists getting in, which are not under what regular, I'm gonna just call them regular Democrats want and how they want shit to happen. Plus, they don't want to give up their money to anybody else. So that's what the problem is. So that's why you got Joy Reid out here talking about don't vote for any Democrat. No, girl, that's not what y'all was saying. Y'all said vote blue no matter who. Now they want to, we supposed to forget about all that. Now, I don't care. But now everybody's supposed to forget about all that. Vote like a black woman. Vote or die. No voting, no vucking. So now everybody's supposed to forget all that. Because now there's Democrats that have infiltrated and they're socialists, and that's not what they want. They want to give you stuff for free, but not that much, child. Nah. Because if we give you too much, then that means something gets taken away from us. Y'all don't have to believe it. But it's clear and evident. If Joy Reid said that shit and Nolan said Democrats don't do anything for black folks and y'all still listen to that nigga, they playing in your face. Don't give me no, do you know your history? Do you know your current? That's the question. Because you ain't living in the history. You live in today. And if you want to sit up here and you want to continue to struggle, I see y'all talking about gas is this and gas is that. Guess what? We've all been through a different cycle of the economy. That's how it works. But while all y'all whining and complaining about all this capitalism, most of y'all still spending money. You want to do something about the fucking economy? Stop buying shit. You're not going to do that because that's where everyone is in 2026. Y'all won't cut back. Y'all won't stop buying shit. It don't matter that you're not going to Target, even though y'all going to Target. What the hell is the point of the Target boycott? Y'all don't even have the agenda out to tell people. Y'all ain't even giving no updates on where it stands. So everybody just supposed to stop shopping at Target just because somebody said Jamal Bryant said so? Nobody listening to that nigga except for them people down there. I wouldn't. Y'all forget that man cheated on his wife, had a daggone baby out of wedlock, and now you going to him for salvation while he got his wife looking like she ain't got no clothes on? Y'all love to miss the obvious things that your leaders are doing and then want to say that I'm a problem. I'm not a problem. Y'all just don't like the fucking truth. D.L. Hughley then sat up here and cheated on his black wife with another black woman, had a black baby, wished for it to not be here, then it wasn't here. D.L. Hughley is the one for all you feminists, for all you men haters. D.L. is the one that when his daughter came to them and said, your friend violated me, he said, I don't care, I like him. And didn't believe her. Y'all want to listen to him. Y'all want to listen to him because he says Donald Trump is a racist. That's all that has to be done. That's all that has to be done. It's just say Donald Trump and white people are racist, and y'all are like silly putty in their hands. They know what they're doing. And they're low testosterone men on top of it. That's why they don't care about men that have some testosterone in their daggone voice, because they want all men to be pussified, and that's all the hell you see over there. That's why your man's Obama invited all the ABCDs in, and now you can't get them the fuck out of your face. So now when Saucy Santana says some shit and y'all ain't outraged enough for me, y'all ain't outraged enough for me when it comes to that yellow hair, wig wearing, big ass, grown ass, full bearded man. Y'all ain't outraged enough for me. Sydney Starr doing what she did. First of all, she effed up Chingy. Y'all didn't give a damn about that man. Y'all didn't care about that black man. You cared about that ABCD. And now y'all bigged up that ABCD. Not that she's anybody, because nobody outside of black people on social media know who that thing is. Now that person has allegedly violated a child. Y'all ain't angry enough for me. Y'all ain't going with that much fervor, half as much fervor as you are over this daggone case, as you should be for people who are actually doing something wrong, not only to the community, but to kids. Y'all don't give a damn about these damn kids. That's why you're going to allow that woman to come through and talk about that man that talked about y'all's kids dumb as a box of rocks. Again, of which we already knew. But as soon as somebody says something, y'all not trying to hear no truth. Y'all not trying to hear about no damn truth. Your kids is dumb. Your kids is out here being taken down. And you know why people like the Al Sharptons and them don't care and ain't trying to find you no solutions and ain't trying to do nothing? Because deceased black people, specifically males, is what's good for them. Allegedly, but that's what's good for them. Because if the oppressor does it or a white person does it, they're going to be right in your face to do the same damn thing, which is why they down there with Ruiz in 5 seconds to say that he was taken out and he's a black man. The man's name is Ruiz. His whole family looked like they came from Mexico. But long as the black AG says he's black, y'all gonna believe that he's black. Whatever you say. Doesn't matter that that man had a weapon. Forget all that. Is it excessive? Absolutely. But forget the fact that there were 4 or 5 officers surrounding him and he's still fighting. Forget all that, y'all. Forget all that. Forget the weapon. Forget all that. Forget all that. If Crump, the black AG, said he's black, then he's black. Shout out to Wayne Lundy with another 20. Again, thank you so much, boo. Definitely the stream sponsor. He said, hey, Auntie, Siobhan is in the hospital and just went through her 19th brain surgery. Oh, my God. Can you give her a shout out? She woke up. And I'm just waiting for her to be able to come home. I thought you would say that she was listening. Child, shout out to Siobhan. Take care. Prayers to her. I hope everything goes well. I had no idea. Tell her that we said that we are thinking of her and we can't wait to hear that she has come home, because I know that you're going to be taking great care of her, and then she can come back and start listening to the show again as well. Prayers to you, boo. I hope she recovers and comes home ASAP. Make sure that we have good thoughts to our girl, our other bestie. Appreciate your support and tell her prayers with her. Wow. I had no idea, hun. I'm so sorry. Sorry that you all have to go through that. Dante, thank you for the 100 jewels. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. I've had enough. I've had enough of these people today. It's 6 o'clock. I got to eat. Y'all already know. But I appreciate y'all coming through. We'll be back tomorrow morning. I'm thinking probably around 11 or so. Look out for the notification or just check back anyway. I'm going to try to go to Dollar General early in the morning. I didn't make it last week. I got to make it this week. I got some stuff to get. But anyway, hit the like button, hit the dislike button. It doesn't matter to me. Either way, you've already viewed the daggone live stream anyway, child. If you are normal, please go ahead and subscribe, because we be having a fun all the damn time. Half of the fun is in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Is the best chat on YouTube. They are half damn crazy all the damn time. Shout out to Tadisha, our code cracker, and the white boy. I'm sorry, child. I forget his name. He's new around here. But if you want to be the white code cracker, then you can be here. Oh, listen to what I said. No racism. No racism. Lord have mercy. Woo! Lord help me. Lord help me. Anyway, shout out to y'all. I appreciate you. I see you all in the next one.